Of all the top teams at the first event, Tampa Bay Damage will be the odds-on favorite to win, as they swept through the World Cup last year undefeated, and they have made no changes to the roster this season. Their talent and leadership is top tier, and they are bringing 12 bodies to the event, so they will have depth. Their snake side is the best in the league with both Alex Goldman and Keith Brown, and their backline is also elite with Marcelo Margot and World Cup MVP Jason Edwards. Damage has no holes in their line across the field, and they could go on a run in 2026.
Hey, it's BRNT at CRBN, here at the DRV, an absolute hot rod force feed loader. What separates the DRV from the competition is our LCD display on the back. This has a built-in timer, ideal for classic paintball, but if you're playing anytime paintball at all, the ability to know what's going on without a scoreboard is an advantage. Along with our adjustable torque settings, 1 through 5, allows you to shoot any paint in every condition. If you're shooting super brittle paint, turn it down. If you trust the paint, it's a little bit harder, you can turn it all the way up, shoot 25 balls a second, no problem. The DRV features a revolutionary automatic anti-jam, no button to push. The DRV also features an aluminum feed neck for an absolutely positive gun mount. DRVs feature a magnetic, tool-free disassembly. You can field strip the loader in seconds. Each DRV includes a speed feed, rain lid, and charging cable for the lithium-ion battery. They also ship in a zippered case. DRV is currently available in 8 different colorways. Learn more about the DRV at CRBNPaintball.com.
Superstar squad Edmonton Impact will be a threat to win every event they play this year, as their roster is full of all-stars. But they are starting the season with injuries to Brandon Cornell, Justin Cornell, and Tyler Panilio. Good news for Impact is that even with the injuries, they still have massive depth in every position, and they should be able to quickly get into the form that saw them win the 4th event in 2025. With the deadly new pickups of LJ Parrish, Chad George, and Connor Kelly, Impact continues to have arguably the deepest roster in Major League Paintball.
Army Eject X, new pod cap padding protection, Velcro rubber straps, removable padding, stealth ejector system, durable elastic pod holsters, patented X-frame technology, available in 3 variations and multiple colorways. The Eject X, available now at hkarmy.com.
Hey, it's BRNT with CRBN, and I have our new IC PWR nano barrel system here. This kit includes our famous ultra lightweight injected carbon fiber back with our new nano tip, which features over 700 microports. This microporting prevents any debris, paint, or moisture from entering the bore, and also produces a unique low sound signature. These barrel kits are compatible with all PWR inserts, including our own series from 679 to 691, and are also compatible with all PWR inserts, including those made by Planet Eclipse, Dye, and Inception Designs. Check them out at CRBNPaintball.com.
World Cup is a very, very, very hard event to win. Very hard event. Probably the hardest event to win.
All Damage looking to punch their ticket into the finals, Matty.
Tampa Bay Damage, just 2 more kills for them to move on to play PB Fit.
They're a homegrown team, a lot like we are, but nobody was going to beat us here. Didn't matter what they did. We were going to win World Cup no matter what.
One thing's for sure, Tampa Bay Damage every year has a team that is a threat to win paintball tournaments. Going to try to knock off our new giants in paintball, Paintball Fit.
You know what I know? I know about Damage. And that's all that matters to me. I don't give a damn about these other dudes, bro. I really, really don't.
He's an amazing teammate.
I love competing. I love the game. I'm a student, and I'm surrounded by great players.
He had his challenges too throughout the season and what he went through, and I obviously had mine. And for us to overcome all that and kind of put it in everybody's face in the league and come out on top.
It's been a long time since Damage has won a World Cup. We needed it.
Let's go, Damage! Let's go, Damage!
Hey, it's BRNT at CRBN, here with the DRV, an absolute hot rod force feed limit. What separates the DRV from the competition is our LCD display on the back. This has a built-in timer, ideal for classic paintball, but if you're playing anytime paintball at all, the ability to know what's going on without a scoreboard is an advantage. Along with our adjustable torque settings, 1 through 5, allows you to shoot any paint in every condition. If you're shooting super brittle paint, turn it down. If you trust the paint, it's a little bit harder, you can turn it all the way up, shoot 25 balls a second, no problem.
Before Paintball Fit could finish one of paintball's greatest comebacks, they had to be tested. They started as the worst team in professional paintball, outgunned, humiliated, and kicked out of the division. Their first attempt at a comeback ended up in a 1-point heartbreaker. Most teams quit there, but after losing the series, the Lookout family didn't just rebuild, they evolved. They stopped trying to play the league's game and started to build their own. In 2023, they returned as a machine, doing the impossible by sweeping the entire semi-pro division.
Again and again and again, as the big man, let the big boy eat. Always got to wipe that face off, eating all them ribs.
The last time they were here, they got last. Was their evolution and a perfect season enough to survive the pros? Did they have a blueprint for a championship or just an expensive way to keep failing? If it were an expensive way to fail, JD Lukau was okay with the bill because he wasn't buying trophies. He was buying back the time life told him he didn't have.
So in 2010, I went through cancer and it got really bad for me. I was bedridden and I couldn't eat. I had a feed tube and chemo and radiation, everything. And I went to a really dark place.
He survived and came out with a different perspective. He realized he wanted to spend more time with his.
Welcome back here. Last day of the prelims here at the first event, the Tampa Bay Open at Raymond James Stadium. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Todd Martinez. So it's all going to get decided today here, Todd. Who are the top teams that are going to move on at event number 1? Such compelling stories here with all the changes in the rosters. And it's the parity's still there. I mean, it's still really anyone's shot here. Damage went 0-2 in the prelims, and they were the world champs. And right now, Houston Heat is about to take on Leverage. Both these teams are sitting at 1-1. The Tontons also went 1-1 in their first 2 matches, and the Sea Dogs sitting at 0-2. So they're in a must-win situation, but these could be a couple good matches. How you feeling about this layout? Still liking it? You think we're going to see a little bit more aggression today?
I love it. I've already talked to a few coaches, teams, players this morning, and people said they went back, watched the video, saw their mistakes, need to run better routes, need to shoot better off the break, need to play more aggressive in certain situations, and I think that the adjustments today are going to make this field and these games look a lot better.
Well, jumping into this first point here is Leverage is going to get into the snake with Robbie Altimore. Talked to the coach for Leverage, said we might be seeing Robbie on the D side.
Well, Leverage was definitely trying to figure it out in their second game yesterday, able to pull one out in overtime in their first match, but the second one was a little bit more rough for them. So, hopefully they had a good meeting last night. We know Leverage is a bend-don't-break team. Looks like they're already going back to the setup that they had yesterday, though, with Robbie Altamore over here on the snake side and Chris Caputo behind him. I know we saw Chris Caputo play the 1 a little bit in the afternoon yesterday, but here they are. I think they just need to put more emphasis on the snake, put more pressure down the snake, get Joey up there farther, faster, get Caputo in behind him, because both those guys are small, quick, fast guys, and that's the type of movement that they need on the field. And right away, Robbie Altamore already goes into snake 3 and looks across the field at Ryan Moorhead. And there goes the first body out of the center, and a penalty going to get pulled. The snake guy is going to get pulled out. I believe that's Chewy. But Ronnie Dizon quickly on the field into snake 2.
Yeah, Ronnie.
5-on-3.
Ryan Moorhead also getting checked out. Looks like he's good to go on the D side, filtering out now. Houston Heat with a big fill. Back corner bunker, makes it clean. Good comms here for Leverage from the blue side to start things out. The double stack of bodies here in the snake. And there's Robbie Altamore. Again, might be seeing his brother Joey on the D side. Coming in for Scotty Graham. Move across, getting into that D3 position.
Scotty Graham had a good start to the day yesterday, but again, didn't go so well in the afternoon, but kind of team-wide there.
So there's Joey here on your screen. Back corner bunker on the D side. New pickups here for Leverage, coming over from Chicago Aftershock last year to give them a little more pop on the offense for the sophomore season, Pro League.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of Robbie Altamore and Joey Altamore. I think
you coached them last year.
Really good gunfighters, and I think that they're definitely going to boost the lineup over here for Leverage.
Well, Robbie here, 50-yard line, snake side. Rest of the team filtering up the field. Caputo pops the top here in snake 2 to try to get eyes on these last bodies here for Heat, but advantage Leverage as Heat tucked into their spots. Moorhead getting tight on the D side.
And this is that situation where if you're Leverage, you want to see Robbie come into the 50, look to go to their side. Moorhead making moves up the Dorito side. He gets into Dorito 4. Here comes Joe up the field. Caputo's going to get shot.
It looks like Robbie Altamore is going to get shot as well, too. They do take out Ronnie Dizon, but it's a 2-for-1 trade here on the snake side with both Caputo and Altamore walking off. Does leave Steve still alive here, and there goes Ryan Moorhead. He attacks on the D side. But they absorb that pressure. Leverage looking good, getting the last kill. Back corner bunker with Mikowski taking the walk. So first point's going to go to Leverage.
Good job by Joe Altamore right there. Saw Ryan Moorhead make a move. Thought that he was going to be able to get to De Los Santos down that Dorito side, but Joe had just moved in position to protect him and took him out. Now we have the Tontons Arsenal and the Royal City Sea Dogs coming on the field. Tontons went 1-1 yesterday.
Yeah, 1-1 in the prelims.
Colombo and Fosi.
Yeah, and Fosi getting some spins out here. Did get a decent look at Benny Carroll as well, too. So, yeah, just did a little bit of a different line with the merger with Arsenal and then picking up a Fosi. But body dropping early for the Royal City Sea Dogs on the blue side. They're going to be dropping another body as well, too. This team also in their sophomore season in the professional division. The Tontons with a couple second places, still trying to fight for that long-awaited first-place victory for one of the most experienced teams in the game with that French core.
And they are up 5-on-3 right now as the Sea Dogs drop 2 bodies off the snake side of the field on the break. Sea Dogs stuck in this pocket right now. There's Colombo in the snake corner. Sea Dogs back center, about to take his barrel off right now. It's not good. I think that's Kaus. Sounds like House.
Yeah, rhymes with house. House. Shout out to his pops who might be watching.
Yep. Sea Dogs went 0-2 yesterday. Had an overtime game. They're almost had a chance to pull one out, but didn't go their way.
I think they got they have a stronger roster than they had last year. They got the guys from last season, picking up Cody Chong and Baldwin. A little more offense there with those 2 pickups and a lot more experience. So, and they made a Sunday last year.
Yeah, just got to get better. You know, when you're a new pro team, you got to just improve.
Giger trying to make moves over here on the D side with Fosi.
Yeah, good comms here from the Sea Dogs. And there goes Kaus. Up the middle to the can, looking here snake side. I think he might want to try to transition to the brick. He's thinking about it, and he's going to get across, goes low, and makes it clean. No one in the snake currently here for either squad. Sea Dogs playing some offense here with Kaus on his toes, trying to figure out a way to get a shot on Giger on that D side. That's what he's looking at right now. Giger in D4. So
Tontons only have 3 bodies?
Yeah, back corner on both sides, and then D3. Unless somebody's, no, because it was Giger as the first attacker over there, so should just be 3 bodies.
He's not related to Zach Giger from the Ironman, is he?
Possible. I'm unaware. Maybe. Cousins, maybe?
I think so.
9th cousins?
They might be. They look similar.
Fought for the same clan in the Middle Ages, you know? Somewhere in Western France?
Yes. By way of North Carolina. Kaus posted up on Giger. Giger trying to shoot a bounce shot into Kaus off that big wedge into the big brick. Nothing doing there. I haven't seen a whole lot of bounce shots.
Not
here.
There's a couple here into this 50 snake, but not as many as on a typical layout. Yeah. Guys they're looking for them.
I like that. That makes me happy.
Yeah, it's part of the game, but it's kind of an annoying part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cal still shooting towards Giger.
All you need is one bounce shot that works really well, you know, for a spot to be unplayable, right?
Well,
change the whole field.
For sure. You got a 3-on-3 situation until, though, as the body drops in the back corner bunker here for the Sea Dogs, and they're going to be losing another body as well, too. So it's just Kaus.
And here comes the hammer from Anfosi. He wanted to get that confirmed kill really bad. 2.1 took off, but the Sea Dogs went ahead and hit that buzzer right when he got there. 1-0 in favor of Tontons Arsenal, and now we got leverage and Houston Heat leverage up 1. They're going to send out Buffton, Dizon, Moorhead, Mikowski, and Saldana. Caputo, the Altamores, DiPolito.
On the breakout here, our eye in the sky. Both teams diving that body in the snake. It's been a pretty safe run for the most part here. So we're seeing a lot of teams employ that strategy of getting into snake 1. Baltimore quickly going to get into snake 2 as these teams have switched sides, the filtering out and the transition up the middle here for leverage. Makes it clean. Kudo's going to get out wide. So developing nicely here. Steve in a good spot. He's at the brick.
That's what I like to see for leverage right there. Get out of that back center, get up to the big brick. Now you have a lot of options in there. You can help out your snake guys. Robbie going to come into snake 3, Caputo in snake 1, wrapping on the Dorito side. Saldana up here in snake 3 for Houston Heat. Moorhead is in Dorito 2 with Buffton behind him. Cody Mikowski in the back center, Ronnie Dizon. Going to bump out to the snake corner.
Yeah, De Los Santos for leverage, top left-hand side of your screen. Looking like he wants to make his move across, so De Los Santos is going to get across.
Saldana looking across the field at the Dorito side from snake 3. Probing for bodies.
Yeah, Steve Wozniak at the brick here.
Wozniak.
Looking towards the, well, he was looking D side. See if he switches over here, snake side. Still on that D side angle.
There's Robbie Altamore. Looking on the inside. Buffton going to bump out to the corner for Houston Heat.
Yeah, trying to help out Moorhead. So still 5-on-5 here. in point number 2. But he trying to get something going on the D side.
Yeah, I just feel like Leverage is in position. They just need to keep the pressure.
Yeah, Leverage choosing what was one of our favorite strategies was the triple stack of bodies here, snake side.
Yeah.
But get him out of the back, get him up in the snake and at the brick.
But get him into the 50. Robbie's got to get into that 50. See what he's got across the field or turn the corner.
Well, Heat also has sent 3 bodies this way. As Mikowski has dipped into the snake. He's got Saldana up in snake 3. Cody's in snake 2, and then Dizon's at that back bunker. So a little bit more forward progression here in this 5-on-5 for New Jersey Leverage.
Leverage over there still in Dorito 1. Joe Altamore playing heads up, trying to keep an eye on Ryan Moorhead. And also the Dorito 3. And Saldana finally found him.
Yeah, I finally found him. He was wondering where he was. Saw a glimpse of him here. Shadows are real long out here this morning. So you can play the shadows and make moves up the field. We asked somebody to get to the 50-yard line, and they did, but Leverage going to be losing Caputo behind Altamore. Robbie Altamore here does have help with Wozniak at the brick. He's going to have to get on Overwatch.
See, in this setup, right, if you have the brick and they have the snake corner's playing across the field, I feel like those moves on the inside of the brick are there all day, right? Because otherwise it's a heads-up gunfight, snake 2, but that brick guy's got all the options. He can come through and go to the little mini wall, come to the mini wall, shoot at the Dorito.
Leverage is ripping the bounce shot we were just talking about off the brick into the 50. Saldana, it's not going to work with the position that Saldana's in, but they may think that Saldana's at that 50. Saldana's just posted up, and he's going to get run down. I mean, Cody has the wire. Saldana's wasting his gun right now by keeping his gun that way. Cody's on the wire. This is when you got to, so Cody's got to work with Saldana, and Saldana's got to listen to Cody.
I mean, you're also down points, right? Down a point. You can't be playing this like, oh, if I trade out, then it's fine. I mean, like, trust Cody to protect you. Have a conversation, you know, and see what you can do to start getting some kills out here. I mean, if anything, and if it's a giant trade fest over here now for, you know, both teams, then Ronnie Dizon's going to be the last body alive, and he's going to go running down the snake side, start shooting people in the side. But if you just keep giving Moorhead time to work his way down that Dorito side, things usually end up bad for you.
Yeah, we're down to 7 minutes here. Moorhead here on your screen. And did they get the kill? Yeah, they got the kill here on Robbie Altamore. So 5-on-3 advantage for Houston Heat. Should be able to tie this one up with the 2 extra bodies out there. But they have time to work with. Got to be patient here. Be smart with these extra 2 bodies. Saldana is really concerned with that crossfield shot from what they're calling D2. We're calling it D3. And they're going to get the shot on Joey Altamore, and they get another kill as well, too. So it's just 1.
Yeah, and it looks like Ryan Moorhead's the one that shooting everybody heads up over there on the Dorito side.
Yeah, Ryan Moorhead going to get the crossfield kill here. And Houston Heat going to tie up the game.
Ryan Moorhead's like your credit score. You know what I mean? Like, the longer you just look at him, the worse it gets for you. You can't just let him sit out there and just do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? Just all day. No pressure. Let him hang around. You know, he's just going to go.
Looking this way. So I just was playing tight wrapping.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, okay. That's the first point. Yeah. Okay. Gentlemen,
You got to do something about it. You know what I mean? You got to close some old cards. You know what I mean? You got to pay off some debt. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a tax professional.
This is not financial advice. So here we go. Tontons up by 1, and Sea Dogs, can they live through the break? It looks like they do get 5 alive. Referee, though, actually going to pull out body in the snake, and that's going to be a minor. So rough turn of events here in point number 2 for him as Campbell comes off shaking his head in frustration. Hugo sees those bodies and immediately hits the deck here for the Tontons and crawls past the 50-yard line. So this could be a quick point.
Yeah, and Tontons continue to shoot well on the break. 2 bodies. I think they might have bounced Kaus going up the middle as well. But, you know, Kaus gets shot by Colombo over here from the big brick.
Yeah, quick concession. Coach for the Sea Dogs has seen enough. Tontons sitting on a little decent 2-point lead. We'll see how fast this field's going to play today. Yesterday it was a little bit of both. Kind of just depended on the styles that certain teams were bringing to the game. Ironman and Aftershock put up a decent amount of points against each other. Legion playing it very fast out here. They had one of our only mercy rule wins yesterday. Their game under the lights was a 7-5 match. But we've also seen, you know, 3-2 matches as well, too. Thank God we haven't seen any 0-1 matches.
No, Maddie. If we do, then we'll have to change some rules again. All right, let's see here. 1-1 game, 6:16 on the clock. Saldana and Altamore to the snake on the break. Caputo fighting furiously. He's going to get shot. Caputo having a rough one out here right now.
Yeah, Caputo needs to tighten it up, man. He's one of their best players. And, ooh, they're going to get a bit of a gift, though. Penalty on Buffton. That pulls out Ryan Moorhead, who just had that awesome last point. They're going to lose Dizon. He's going to get his, looks like he got shot in the face in a gunfight. And blood in the water right now for Leverage. Try to take the lead back.
Yeah, Leverage over there in the 50 Dorito. Rob Altamore jumps the snake, runs the highway, gets into the 50 over here on the snake side. Mikowski in the snake corner, Saldana in snake 2. And those are the only 2 bodies on the field for Houston Heat. Move available through the brick, to the opposite brick. And there goes Cody Mikowski. And that's a quick one. Penalties have been very costly out here.
Yeah, and we had a decent amount of penalties yesterday, and we had some ones. We had a couple. There was a lot of penalties. Some of them teams were able to eat, but we've had some just really unfortunate timed penalties.
So when
some of these squads,
when teams got penalties, if they were still able to get up the field, you know, if they were up the field or got up the field quickly and were able to cut down some lanes, I felt like, you know, they had a chance to play. Still gave themselves a chance to win the points. But for the most part, you know, if you got a penalty and you were still along the back line, it was curtains quickly.
Yeah, when you were up bodies, a couple times we saw some penalties, up bodies on the attack, guys trying to crack through the 50-yard line crosses from teams playing defensive. De Los Santos, see it right here. Santos ready to
He was thinking it was kill 1. You're like, no, it's kill 2. Beautiful people, bro.
Robbie, I have your time.
Anybody need pink? Far from over, boys. You stay locked in. Stay locked in.
Vibes are good here in the Leverage pit.
I mean, you know what I mean? They're part of the Let It Fly Nation. You know what I'm saying? New Jersey.
Yeah, one of our new platinum sponsors.
Second-year pro team.
E5.
Yes, sir. Let It Fly.
Well, go say what's up to the boys in the booth.
Go find Chad Boucher. Get a coin flip. Win free stuff.
Say what's up. Go say what's up to our boy Nicky Cuba.
Yeah, Nicky Cuba in the paint truck. Go say hi to Chris Lasoya. Give him a high five.
Okay, we'll see if the Sea Dogs timeout being called. Even though there's still a lot of time left, maybe get a little mental reset here for the Sea Dogs. Let's try to play clean, get 5 bodies out alive. They go pretty heavy guns, but they're going to be losing Salmon out of the back center, and the referee had to kind of pull him out.
Yeah.
Could have got a penalty on that. I'm glad they didn't throw it.
I think they pulled him for shooting early, which is very unfortunate when you're down 2-0. And you need the bodies, but full send to the 50 Dorito for the Sea Dogs. You got to like the aggressive gameplay. And they're going to shoot Hugo, who gets a penalty. So that's definitely going to help their case.
As that happens, though, Todd, another body coming off for the Sea Dogs from the D1 position. House up the middle. Looks like Chong is going to get out wide here, snake side. Makes it clean, back corner bunker.
Chong going to get in the snake too. Should have a pretty easy run coming down here.
And Fozy.
And Fozy.
And Fozy. Up in the tower. I haven't seen a ton of guys play that spot. It's kind of getting pinched a little bit.
Here comes Kaus through the middle, looking to make a move on that tower. And he's going to shoot Fozy a couple times in the head.
There we go, Kaus. To make this one a match. 2-1 will be the score. Kaus going to hit the buzzer. Ooh, with some emphasis. Nice point by Chong.
Kaus seems like a bruiser. He seems like a guy that wants to go up there, get dirty, run through the middle, get blasted, blast people.
Every team needs one of those guys.
And then,
like Chad Boucher used to be on Heat.
Yeah. Like he's going to get got, but he's going to get his more than he get got.
Exactly.
I'm using it, Joey. I'm using it.
So timeout being called by Leverage here. Let's get a look at the replay. So there's getting blasted from both sides, actually. Here's Kaus, a little off screen, but blasting Fozy as well, too. And then a little emphasis on that buzzer hit. Back in the pits here. Oh, there's Kaus.
I wish the Royal City Sea Dogs had a giant, like, fuzzy mascot like the Dynasty used to have with the dragon.
They have like a dog that's smoking a pipe on
That's
there.
what I'm saying. Like, if there's like a big fuzzy dog smoking a pipe, walking around the event, shaking people's hands, I'd be about that. We need to bring mascots back.
I'm all about it.
I
just kind of got a lot to do, so if you could organize that.
I will organize it. I'll start a Facebook group right now during the break. We need to bring fuzzy mascots back, because then we can have the mascot on mascot game.
Where's
at
dragon?
halftime.
Where's the dragon? Can you imagine like a Dynasty Dragon Sea Dog fight?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, or have them run pods.
This is the kind of stuff that we need.
I'm into it.
I'll make a call.
Okay, make a couple.
Maybe we can get Bree to start
Send
a
a
petition
memo
for us down on the sidelines now. Start giving teams the memo. Let them know, like in Dover in a couple months, everybody is required to have a mascot.
Gotta have
and big white letters for their names.
Yeah, with some contrast on the outside so we can read them. And Leverage now gets Baltimore's just been relentless in the snake. Great pickup here again, coming over from Shock, and it's been their go-to guy. Robbie getting crawling to the 50-yard line. Love to see this, even with the lead. They're not sitting on it. They're playing offense right now. See if they can surprise Houston Heat. He wraps around, misses his shot, though, on Mikowski in the back center as Moorhead off to the races again on the D side. He's all the way into D4. Now he's into the 50 as well, too. Body coming off, though, here for Leverage. They lose a body in the middle, but Baltimore wrecking shop here onto Houston Heat side in the snake.
There's 2 bodies left alive for Houston Heat. Ronnie Dizon trying to figure out where Joey is, or Robbie is. Oh, yep, there you go. Take off.
Ooh.
Time to go. Lets it fly.
Is that a 3-pack? Is that going on? Oh, major penalty going to be assessed here on Ronnie Dizon. That is going to pull out Moorhead, who was at the 50-yard line. And as soon as he heard it, looked up, hoping it was on the opposite squad. As soon as he found out that it was on Dizon, immediately eyes down in frustration.
I mean, that's what you want to see out of Robbie Altimore. Why do I keep stumbling over these guys? I know these guys. That's what you want to see out of him. That's open a lot for all these teams. Snake Guy walks off the field. I've seen a lot of Snake Guys die on the break. Snake Guy walks off. There's nobody protecting that lane. This without the giant starfish, it's very similar to the setup at World Cup, right? The big brick right there on the snake side, really super long snake, big bunkers in the middle, but a lot of stuff that's blocked off. It's just about timing. So, Tontons, also part of the Let It Fly Nation, up 2-1 now on the Sea Dogs. Sea Dogs play better when they're more aggressive. Let's see if they send Kaus again. and keep some bodies alive off the middle. There goes a good move by the Sea Dogs up and around to the big brick on the break.
Sea Dogs chasing. 1 point. Got some time, though. Under 9 on the clock. That's enough time to work with. And see if they can get a body. They get Clayton Rosardo all the way up on the D side here pretty quick. He's into D3. No one in the snake yet here, though, for the Sea Dogs. 5-on-5 break. They went to the brick early up the middle, Sea Dogs.
And Fosse making his move up to the big brick. He's going to look Dorito side.
Tontons, yeah, also had mirrored that move up. It's very similar. Neither team risking the snake run off the break, but going outside wide.
You know, if you go down there and look at it, both corners seem like the safest runs on the field. You know, you run out to that Dorito corner, the little mini wall's in the way. Then, of course, you run into the corner on the snake side, the big brick, you know, covers a lot. It's a shot over, you know, a tall bunker, which is always kind of hard to see. You can vary your routes, run inside, outside, but keep your head up, run fast, dive low. Both spots very makeable.
Kaus releases from the backfield to get to the wedge. He's going to crawl up to the mini wall. But Fosse looking that way. Oh, Axel got in, losing a gunfight down the sideline here for the Tontons. Not going to help them preserve their lead, but might have traded, actually. I think he traded with Cody.
Oh, and Fosse shoots Kaus, trying to get creative in that mini wall, and Kaus also draws a penalty.
So a little bit of a gift here for the Tontons. Sea Dogs able to scramble out to get to the back corner bunker, though.
Yeah, nobody in the snake. Kaus watching that snake, but nobody's in there. It is the snake corner for the Sea Dogs.
Yeah, Chandler in the back corner. Still have a body up at the brick as well, too. And then Chandler's actually going to go back to the middle here. Did he make it across? He's getting scoured by the ref. Looks like he's good to go. I think it's Galikowski up at the brick. So it's Chandler and Galikowski here.
Colombo gets shot trying to come up and support Fosse.
Was that Chandler or was that Galikowski popping the top?
I think it was the back center, Chandler. Chandler bumps out to the Dorito 1 now.
Oh, Galikowski totally focused here on the snake shot, waiting for him to wrap around, and here he comes. Oh, he changed at the worst moment, and Fonzie of Galikowski had just stayed on that lane for another 2 seconds. He probably would have at least traded with Alfosi, and then he's going to get the crossfield shot here on Chandler. So, oh, that is a tough break for Galikowski.
And Fosse must have helped somebody's grandma across the street this morning. You know what I mean? Like saved a puppy from like a deep puddle, you know, because sometimes it's just better to be lucky than good.
Those 4 puppies. Told me the story.
He did?
Yeah.
How did it go?
They were cute. They had a little brown one, white one. It was the 2 brown, 2 white. Super cute little puppies.
Oh.
Bulldog puppies.
No way.
Yeah. They were in a box, screaming, crying, picked them up, took them to the shelter this morning before he got here. Got the people at the shelter coffee. Yeah, and donuts.
I love Fosse. What a great guy.
You got to do good things for people, and then, you know, the paintball gods help you out.
That's what I'm saying. And then all of a sudden, you know, you're going down the snake, and the guy that you're looking at turns the other way.
As you can see it on the replay, it's tough. We say I'd rather be lucky than good, and twice on Sundays. We're not to Sunday yet. Here on Saturday, trying to fight to see who's going to be making it into the deeper rounds of this event. So, looks like Heat chasing 2 points and only 4 minutes to go. They need to make something happen here. They need to push the issue, and they need to do it quickly.
Well, Leverage able to make the snake on the break every single point here with Robbie Altamore. The question is going to be, can Caputo stay alive over here? He makes it out to the snake corner.
Oh, this is going to help things here, Todd, as a minor penalty assessed on Heat.
Yeah, I think that referee was pretty sure that Ronnie Dizon got shot on the break, chased him to the snake when he moved up, and then ran and threw a red on him. So that penalty huge right there. I think Houston Heat just didn't want to keep that clock rolling.
No one shot at me there. That's not what
That's the same pitch here.
Come on. No one shot at me there.
Then it was from the next point.
Let's go. Austin, we shouldn't have this many fucking penalties in the tournament.
Go, lock in.
Some frustrated looks in the pits here for Houston Heat. But keep hearing guys say, hey, next point. Hey, lock in. Trying to keep them focused and positive.
Hey, we have 344. Let's go.
And the rule with the rule change margin, you know, you can wins, obviously, that's what's going to be the most important deciding factor out here. Let's get a look if we can see actually where the hit comes. Look for a spray. Is that on his barrel or is that tape? No.
Head. Right on top of his head. You see that?
Yeah. That's what the ref saw. He's the same thing.
I thought he threw a red at first. Maybe he just pulled the wrong flag, but I was like, wait. Now it definitely broke. You can see the paint.
Let's run it back.
Yeah, watch. You think I'm just making this stuff up? Watch here.
Okay, so there is a little mark on his head here currently.
I do make a lot of stuff up, though. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. That's questionable.
Yeah.
On the replay, he definitely checked his head. There was already a kind of a mark there. I didn't really see any spray. Well, jumping in this next one here with Tontons and Sea Dogs. A little under 6 on this one. 2-point lead for Tontons Arsenal, but they're going to be dropping Benny Carroll. So Benny Carroll getting a spin, but taking the early walk.
Haven't seen a whole lot of my man Baldwin over here this match. You know, I feel like if the Sea Dogs are going to be successful, they need big games out of Baldwin. Good player. A lot of experience.
He's in there right now.
Yep.
15 here. Garrett Baldwin up into Snake 3. Got Galikowski behind him. Great comms here for the Sea Dogs.
Yeah. They always do a pretty good job of communication.
Well, they need 2 to tie. They have 4:47 to work with, and they are in good position here in the Snake. They need to release on the D side. Running at about 2 minutes and 20 seconds here per point for the tie. Chandler up the middle to the brick. Working as a pair with Baldwin. Lineup in the Snake looking pretty good on the Snake side, at least for the Tontons. As Giger gets out wide. D side here on the screen. Oh, they're going to be dropping French legend Fabrice Colombo out of the back corner bunker, so the line getting softened up a little bit for the Tontons. Sea Dogs got a chance.
Yep, just got to get one. Plenty of time on the clock here.
Let's see. I don't know if they called that kill, though, because Baldwin's fixing his gun. Galikowski had checked off inside, and I think Chandler also was not looking at that angle, and he died out of the back corner. That's as close to their pits as possible. So yeah, I don't know if they picked up that kill.
Unless you got an eyes on the sideline over here, sometimes it is hard to see bodies walk off this field. There's a lot of big stuff.
Well, Chandler just said 53, so I think he's got the count.
Okay. Dorito corner.
Brick.
And
Snake 3 with Hugo. Oh, no, Axel.
Well, all 5 bodies still alive for the Sea Dogs. Dorito 1, now Dorito 3. Snake corner, Brick. And Baldwin over here in Snake 3. Chandler up over the top. The big brick is what you want to see from the Sea Dogs right now. Push that Dorito side.
Well, but they're, again, now 3 minutes left to go. Chasing 2. They have a 2-body advantage. And they get the kill inside on Alfosi. So now a big advantage for them. They need to start pushing up that D side, and they do. They're going to be losing Chandler up the middle. No, he trades, though, with Hugo. That's fine. We love trades in high-body situations.
And the trade on the Dorito side as well. So that's going to be it.
Yeah, so they're a little unsure on the count. That's okay, as they have plenty of time to play a standard point. Don't have to get crazy and reckless in their attempt to tie this game up. Arsenal, though, needs to tighten things up a little bit. That's too many gunfight losses sitting on a 2-point lead. Axel getting ready to go. And they have a deeper roster this year. They picked up Ethan Adams as well, too. They got Benny Carroll out there. So the two boys from Arsenal.
Brett Messer.
Yeah, Giger.
Yep.
Afoze getting a ton of spins out here. Really becoming a big part of that.
Well, Spitma is not dressed. Must be injured or something.
Well, Houston Heat with some work to do. Let's see how quickly they want to push this pace.
Caputo getting shot for leverage. He comes off. Wozniak fills out from the back center to the Snake Temple. Saldana pushing the pace over here on the Snake side. Gets into the 50 Snake right away. That's what you like to see. I really thought that Betancourt really pushed the pace harder for Houston Heat yesterday, and that was a big difference. You know, I don't know what they're thinking down there, you know, in the pit, but you know, the aggressive Snake players seem to be the ones that are stacking up the kills a lot more.
Well, Saldana trying to be aggressive right now. He's begging somebody to gunfight him inside. He is going to get one. Now he's telling, hey, they're on me. Let's move up. Buffton's going to move up to the brick. Mikowski into Snake, too. So there's that triple stack of attackers. Now they need to get things going here for Heat on the D side.
Yeah, this is what you want to see. Buffton up here. Cody Mikowski out of the back center, pushing up the field into the Snake, helping Saldana get across. He's going to come on to Leverage's side of the field. Body advantage for Houston Heat over here on the Snake side.
Cody knows the time. Said, hey, we got 2.5. Let's go. Saldana pushing the issue here onto Leverage's side. He's looking in across the field and going to have to start to try to create and launch very soon. So look to Buff. Buffton's got his eyes on Saldana. As soon as Saldana launches, Buffton will launch as well, too. Buffton's going to go get a little bit closer here, get to the 50 mini wall. Ooh, might have got the crossfield kill, and he did. Nice shot by Buffton to take out the back corner bunker on that D side.
Oh, and running down the Dorito side of the field, Houston Heat going to lose
Rob Velez.
Velez.
They still got Mishka over there, but play developing a little too slow on the D side.
So Altamore just posted here on the Snake. Saldana on the inside going to work. Buffton, he's going to come into Leverage's brick, looking to launch, looking at the clock. Cody Mikowski up on his feet over Snake 3, trying to push his team down the field. Altamore and Wozniak.
Altamore, and looks like they're going to trade out here in the Snake. Cody here on his feet trying to put paint on Wozniak in the back corner as we hit the minute mark. So Heat's probably going to get this one, but and just didn't really have enough time for a full comeback. Going to get interesting here. So they're going to be playing 2 points in a minute. We did see we saw a 17-second point yesterday, Todd, and we saw it was about a 19 or 20-second point as well, too. So 2 very quick points. So it is possible. A lot of things need to go your way.
I don't remember if I did ask you or if I was just thinking about asking you, like, what is the threshold? Maybe I did, yeah. What's the threshold for the amount of time you need to score a point on this field? Where 17, I think 17 is already there.
Yeah. I think they hit that one with 2 seconds left, so that was actually a 15-second point. That one was everything went right. I would say it's right around there. I'd say maybe if in a perfect world, 2 minors or shoot 3 bodies, keep all 5 alive, and everyone's sending it.
Got to shoot at least 2 on the break.
Yeah. Between 12 to 15 seconds.
Yeah, 100%. But everybody's got to attack with that same pace, right? Running a gun and on the move. Here we go on the breakout all the way to Dorito 2 on the break, but getting shot. Tauntaun's going to lose their first body, but they shoot 2 bodies for the Sea Dogs off the break as well. So 4 on 3, and Baldwin takes one in the goggles down the wire.
Yeah, a little bit of a bloodbath in this one here off the break. This 1-point match, 2 minutes on the clock right now as Axel in Snake 1 popping the top. There goes a move outside wide here as Chandler able to make it.
And there goes Axel. He knows. Oh, Axel with a nice shot on the run to the Snake to put one on the goggles. Of that Dorito 1.
Point conceded by the Sea Dogs as want to give themselves a chance still to play some more points. Great point by Axel. You know, the best players out here, when the chaos sets in, they thrive in those moments. They read it perfectly, or as perfectly as you can, given where you're at and what you can see. But as soon as he sees bodies, he knows we just lost the body. Okay, things are getting a little chaotic. Oh, there's another kill. He's up and over the top of his bunker. Why? No one's putting any pressure on him. He reads the moment, makes the big move, and closes it out.
I was just thinking that exact same thing, Maddie. You took the words out of my mouth, and they are just amazing with the gun. 1 ball, square in the eyeball right there. And then on the run, like you were talking about, running and shooting, elite running and shooting yesterday. As he's running past the 50, puts 1 ball right on the face of that Dorito 1.
So Heat with 48 seconds talked about possible quick points and on the precipice of potentially taking a 2-point loss. But Saldana in the Snake, rolling his gun. Crossfield is going to get that first kill. And then Jersey Leverage going to try to get across, but they're getting peeled out left and right as 2 more bodies come out of the middle as Buffton's going to cut the seam here with Saldana. So the combo.
Betancourt.
Was Betancourt?
Yeah.
Hey, that's what you were asking for. Give me Chewy, who loves to hit the gas pedal and play as aggressive as possible. So they go away from Saldana. They put Betancourt in. He gets all the way onto their side. So it was the combo of Betancourt. So here's Betancourt on the break, eyes up, diving into that 50, checks off, pushes forward, commits, even with a body in front of him, just put that Snake 2 in, and then just ripping lanes crossfield here, Todd.
3-pack, 4-pack. I mean, like, they could have ran that play 4 times against Leverage, probably. Probably would have gotten away with it 3. You know, it's just like, if you have a soft Snake, and
meaning an inset back bunker.
Yeah, like if you go to if you don't get into the Snake, if you don't watch that wire, if you don't get somebody to the big brick, you can make that move onto their side of the field pretty easily.
So now Sea Dog's going to have to do the same thing that Houston Heat just did. They got a little more time to work with, chasing 2 with 1:40, but losing a body with Rosardo taking a walk from the D side. 2 attackers up the middle for the Sea Dogs.
Sea Dogs losing 1. Galkowski here in the big brick looking inside.
Yeah,
Baldwin going to come across to the Snake.
Colombo in the back center here for the Tauntauns. He's not feeling any pressure, so he's just up and over the top, turreting downfield. And they have 2 players on the Snake side. It's looking really good for the Tauntauns here to lock this one up, Todd. They're in great spots.
Axel in Snake 2, watching the wire. Axel going to come into Snake 3. 60 seconds on the clock. 2-point game. Baldwin trying to shoot on the inside. I don't know if he wants to try and jump that beam and go over, but Sea Dog's going to lose another body off the Dorito side, trying to go to the 50. Baldwin into the 50, Snake.
Yeah, it's going to have to happen here on the Snake side because they got Galakowski and Baldwin, but here comes Hugo as he's going to run them both down. No, he gets punished by Galakowski, does shoot Baldwin.
Galakowski still has to go. Colombo's in the back center. He's keeping his eye on the Snake side. Yeah, and Fossey in the Snake corner looking across to the Dorito side.
Yeah, 15 seconds left. That was actually Axel that came through. Galakowski trying to get creative here and figure out a way to cut downfield, but he gets shot inside as he checked off on that lane. And here comes Colombo's going to launch, running and gunning, taking out D2 to hit the buzzer, put another point on the board here for the Tauntauns. Give them a better chance of getting through. They're going to go 2-1 now with 1 more game to play.
Big heads-up move right there by Colombo. Seeing the kills, making that move, cutting through the center to go and get that extra point. And Matty can leverage hang on here.
Tontons play their last game at 11 a.m. here against the Jungle Cats. But yeah, can Leverage hang on? This would be huge for their morale boost. Is they started this tournament with a win against that new Distortion line, brand new pro team, but with a lot of veteran experience on their squad. They lost their game to Dynasty, and they lost that game by a bunch. So they were in a lot of those points. Looked a little bit better than it does on the scoreboard. So they desperately needed this win here against Houston Heat.
Both teams 1-1. This might be the difference right here.
Yeah, what happens at this point could decide whether, who's moving on to the top 10. They're going to send Chewy again on the same run to the 50-yard line, and here comes Ryan Moorhead. 23 seconds to go. They're in position. Is Betancourt's alive? Betancourt's going to launch, and he makes it all the way through. Let's see if that's a clean run. He does not shoot Altamore.
11 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, Mikalski's still alive to go as Moorhead cuts and past the 50-yard line up in the middle, and he's going to get one. Can he get two? Ryan Moorhead, though, he's going to run out of time. The rest of them need to launch. Mikalski needs to go. Mikalski's still alive at the conclusion of regulation here as Moorhead screaming over here and begging for a penalty. No flags have been thrown, though. Oh, no, Altamore is slow to get up here. Altamore limping off the field, and he's been running every single point here for Leverage, so winning this game as it stands right now, 4-3 final score, unless something gets overturned. There was no call actually to overturned.
Well, they threw a red flag in the air.
But did they? I didn't see the red. We're listening to the head referee. So Jason's going to have to go review this one. Yeah, I hope Robbie's okay because he's been their go-to snake attacker. Hopefully that's just a cramp or something minor. Let's get a look here on the replay on the close. So it's Moorhead here, right-hand side of your screen. He's attacking into this line. Looking for anything. So he gets that kill. It does look like the paint was spraying off of, I believe, Caputo. Yeah, so it's Chris Caputo here in the Aztec. And the head referee, that's the bunker he identified as potentially where that came from. Tough to call it definitively from that angle, at least from where we're at, but there's our head referee.
I mean,
on his perch.
The referee that threw the flag was on the snake sideline.
Which would mean he had eyes on Ryan.
Yes. I mean, I don't know if Caputo was looking inside at Moorhead. I don't know how he would have seen Caputo shoot, like see the trade between Moorhead and Caputo, because that's the bunker they were talking about.
It definitely was the bunker they were talking about, at least on the first look on the replay. I mean, Jason's about to watch it as many times as he needs to get the answer. But it looks like again, that's a slow-mo replay. Live, maybe a little bit more bang-bang, but in that one, it looks like Ryan might have put his shot in on Caputo before Caputo put his shot on Ryan.
That's what they're talking about, right?
So let's get another look here. I mean, look for the spray. We're always trying to look. Oh, yep. Oh, yeah, that's a simultaneous right there.
That is a great replay. We got a great replay guy. Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Shout out to the crew. A lot of moving pieces here to make this one work this weekend. Yeah, that's a simultaneous. So just waiting for official confirmation before we call it and head to the next set. So the penalty, so it looks like penalty overturned. And the final score will be Leverage 4 and Houston Heat 3. Why does Leverage look so disappointed then? Okay, there's a little happiness.
That's my boy Zillow right there clapping.
All right, so I think that, yeah, okay, there we go. There's a smile from Caputo. Okay, here official confirmations. That's going to do it. We're going to head into the next set. It's going to be San Diego Dynasty taking on Distortion. And the Hurricanes taking on the Jungle Cats. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. First off the tour this season, Major League Paintball, the Tampa Bay Open. Important game this next one. Distortion 0-2 yesterday. Dynasty 1-1. And the Hurricanes looking solid. They are undefeated, taking on the Jungle Cats rookie pro squad. And interesting because the coach for the Jungle Cats used to coach the Hurricanes. We'll be right back. Stick with us. run through the bracket of death.
Of all the top teams at the first event, Tampa Bay Damage will be the odds-on favorite to win, as they swept through the World Cup last year undefeated, and they have made no changes to the roster this season. Their talent and leadership is top tier, and they are bringing 12 bodies to the event, so they will have depth. Their snake side is the best in the league with both Alex Goldman and Keith Brown, and their backline is also elite with Marcelo Margot and World Cup MVP Jason Edwards. Damage has no holes in their line across the field, and they could go on a run in 2026.
Hey, it's BRNT at CRBN, here at the DRV, an absolute hot rod force feed loader. What separates the DRV from the competition is our LCD display on the back. This has a built-in timer, ideal for classic paintball, but if you're playing anytime paintball at all, the ability to know what's going on without a scoreboard is an advantage. Along with our adjustable torque settings, 1 through 5, allows you to shoot any paint in every condition. If you're shooting super brittle paint, turn it down. If you trust the paint, it's a little bit harder, you can turn it all the way up, shoot 25 balls a second, no problem. The DRV features a revolutionary automatic anti-jam, no button to push. The DRV also features an aluminum feed neck for an absolutely positive gun mount. DRVs feature a magnetic, tool-free disassembly. You can field strip the loader in seconds. Each DRV includes a speed feed, rain lid, and charging cable for the
Superstar squad Edmonton Impact will be a threat to win every event they play this year, as their roster is full of all-stars. But they are starting the season with injuries to Brandon Cornell, Justin Cornell, and Tyler Penelio. Good news for Impact is that even with the injuries, they still have massive depth in every position, and they should be able to quickly get into the form that saw them win the 4th event in 2025. With the deadly new pickups of LJ Parrish, Chad George, and Connor Kelly, Impact continues to have arguably the deepest roster in Major League Paintball.
Army Eject X harness, new pod cap padding protection, Velcro rubber straps, removable padding, stealth ejector system, durable elastic pod holsters, patented X-frame technology, available in 3 variations and multiple colorways. The Eject X, available now at hkarmy.com.
Hey, it's BRNT with CRBN, and I have our new IC PWR nano barrel system here. This kit includes our famous ultra lightweight injected carbon fiber back with our new nano tip, which features over 700 microports. This microporting prevents any debris, paint or moisture from entering the bore and also produces a unique low sound signature. These barrel kits are compatible with all PWR inserts, including our own series from 679 to 691, and are also compatible with all PWR inserts, including those made by Planet Eclipse, Dye, and Inception Designs. Check them out at CRBNPaintball.com.
World Cup is a very, very, very hard event to win. Very hard event. Probably the hardest event to win.
All Damage looking to punch their ticket into the finals, Matty.
Tampa Bay Damage, just 2 more kills for them to move on to play PB Fit.
They're a homegrown team, a lot like we are, but nobody was going to beat us here. Didn't matter what they did. We were going to win World Cup no matter what.
One thing's for sure, Tampa Bay Damage every year has a team that is a threat to win paintball tournaments. Going to try to knock off our new giants in paintball, Paintball Fit.
You know what I know? I know about Damage. And that's all that matters to me. I don't give a damn about these other dudes, bro. I really don't.
He's an amazing teammate.
I love competing. I love the game. I'm a student, and I'm surrounded by great players.
He had his challenges too throughout the season and what he went through, and I obviously had mine. And for us to overcome all that and kind of put it in everybody's face in the league and come out on top.
It's been a long time since Damage has won a World Cup. We needed it.
Let's go, Damage! Let's go, Damage!
Hey, it's BRNT at CRBN, here at the DRV, an absolute hot rod force feed loader. What separates the DRV from the competition is our LCD display on the back. This has a built-in timer, ideal for classic paintball, but if you're playing anytime paintball at all, the ability to know what's going on without a scoreboard is an advantage. Along with our adjustable torque settings, 1 through 5, allows you to shoot any paint in every condition. If you're shooting super brittle paint, turn it down. If you trust the paint, it's a little bit harder, you can turn it all the way up, shoot 25 balls a second, no problem.
Before Paintball Fit could finish one of paintball's greatest comebacks, they had to be tested. They started as the worst team in professional paintball, outgunned, humiliated, and kicked out of the division. Their first attempt at a comeback ended up in a 1-point heartbreaker. Most teams quit there, but after losing the series, the Lukau family didn't just rebuild, they evolved. They stopped trying to play the league's game and started to build their own. In 2023, they returned as a machine, doing the impossible by sweeping the entire semi-pro division.
Again and again and again, as the big man, let the big boy eat. Always got to wipe that face off, eating all them ribs.
The last time they were here, they got last. Was their evolution and a perfect season enough to survive the pros? Did they have a blueprint for a championship or just an expensive way to keep failing? If it were an expensive way to fail, JD Lukau was okay with the bill because he wasn't buying trophies. He was buying back the time life told him he didn't have.
So in 2010, I went through cancer, and it got really bad for me. I was bedridden, and I couldn't eat. I had a feed tube and chemo and radiation, everything. And I went to a really dark place.
We are back here, about to jump into this next set. It's going to be Dynasty taking on Distortion and the Hurricanes taking on the Jungle Cats. We are here at Raymond James Stadium. I'm Matty Marshall. I got Walker Gauchi up here from Carbon Paintball to help us call this set. And also paintball legend Todd Martinez. So Dynasty needs a win here. They went 1-1 yesterday. And then Distortion also 0-2 for them.
Yeah, and Distortion did look pretty good yesterday. But, you know, putting the whole package together here, you know, a complete game is where they struggled.
And also Hurricanes and Jungle Cats. So in this set as well, too. Big break here for Distortion, all the way into with Haber, I believe, into the 50-yard line.
Yep, Dave Haber. That's what you like to see right off the bat. Being aggressive. Straight to the 50. They shoot one Dynasty body off the break. Askren coming over here into the big brick to support Haber. Roberts coming in behind him. Urena going to come out of the corner and dive into the snake for Dynasty.
Yeah, looking good here. Snake side early, hyper-aggressive break for Distortion. As Haber here on your screen is a wrecking ball. I like how Roberts has been backing him up. Distortion has a good one. Little counter punch right now. Let's see if Urena comes through, and he does trade out with Haber. And then here comes Yosh Rao. He's going to get up to the brick. Ooh, it looks like Roberts might have won the gunfight down the sideline. No, Dynasty's still alive. Back corner bunker. Roberts up into snake 3.
Yeah, and Askren caught a face full of paint from somewhere. Not exactly sure who it was. Might have been Yosh Rao in the big brick, but I think Dynasty is in the 50 mini wall over there on the Dorito side. O'Mara, he fills out to the snake side now. He's going to come up into snake 1.
Yeah, so after a big burst of action in the beginning, things have settled down a bit.
I think there might only be 2 bodies left alive here for Distortion. Unless they have a guy up in that Dorito side far. I didn't see Avery walk off.
Dynasty's still with 3, as they have snake 1, the brick, and the mini wall. A little retreat here for Distortion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a 3-on-2 here. O'Mara improving his position in the snake. Both Rao and Andrade looking towards the D side. And I think everyone's trying to do the same thing we're doing right now. Is this exactly the count?
I don't know if I like leaving the Dorito side, unless there's another body over there for Distortion that I can't see. But he just completely left the Dorito side. Yeah, there he is. Avery's in the Dorito 3. So it is a 3-on-3. And that's Unger, who backfilled over here to the snake corner behind Roberts. So, and Andrade, he is going to back up to the big wedge to try and set a trap for Avery over there on the Dorito side. So Unger electing to come all the way back over here. Now he goes into the snake temple. Leaving Avery on the island over there.
Yeah, 3-on-3 still. No one really shooting their guns. Oh. O'Mara going to open up on Roberts.
Oh, and Yosh Rao pops the top and almost picks off Unger, moving back to the back center.
Yeah, Unger definitely has the count right. And, I mean, I'm not certain where exactly Alpha and all those other jargon names are for him. So, but at this point, should know where these bodies are.
Yeah, but that back center is a tough spot.
Andrade going to get shot out by Avery. Avery win. Your rookie this season. Oh, and then, but O'Mara's going to win the gunfight here down the sideline on Roberts. Avery's going to launch. Try to pinch out Yosh. Yosh is playing on the other side of the brick here as that D side is completely blown open. But there's no one he needs to worry about on the snake side, so that's the proper move. Yosh pops the top to try to get the drop in on Avery. So it's 2 on the snake side here for Dynasty and 2 for Distortion on the D side.
And it looks like somebody might have got a shot in on O'Mara. He's clean. Oh, but Avery loses a gunfight out of Dorito 4. Unger quickly takes over that spot and tries to get down the field, but O'Mara and Yosh chop him up as Dynasty going to take the first point. Yosh Rao. Unger.
Yeah, it was a close one. That was a really close point. Again, Distortion's lineup, new pro team with the name, but they have a lot of experience on that team. Avery's been working hard. He's new in the league. He's a rookie. He did play with Papaletto at World Cup last year, but he's been getting a ton of spins here for Distortion. But Unger's been around. Seen Roberts out here. Seen Haber, Wank.
All right, here we go with the Jungle Cats. Looked good in their first match. Second one was a little rough for them as they lost a ton of bodies on the break.
real solid here in day one with their sitting undefeated. On the breakout. Here with our eye in the sky. Looks like Hurricane's going to be first to drop a body, or actually both teams in the body, really quickly getting bodies into the snake, but first to get to that 50-yard line comes the CK Hurricanes.
Tyner in snake 3, Ruelas went up to the wedge on the Dorito side. DiPolito bumping out here to the snake corner. Another body going to drop for the Jungle Cats off the Dorito side. Looks like Nick Ripple's going to work here in the 50 snake. Tyner thinking about making a move in the snake, but they are down bodies. Here comes Camp up into snake 1 to help support. If Tyner was going to make that move. Oh, he's still going to get there.
Yeah, Tyner coming through, but here comes the counterattack from Daniel Camp. As Nick Ripple takes the walk, bunkered out by Tyner, and now controlling this 50-yard line, the war of attrition is going to be Daniel Camp for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, and still 3 bodies over there on the Dorito side. For the Hurricanes, Fedorov in the corner. Looks like Brown's going to bump over here to the snake side now from the back center. Camp's going to go to work on the back of Ruelas.
A concession here for the Jungle Cats gives the Hurricanes a 1-point lead. Coach for the Jungle Cats again, Mike Bianca, led the Hurricanes, and they came into the Pro League. Hurricanes under new ownership. Love what they're doing down with that camp. Got an awesome training facility. Picking up Konstantin Fedorov. Get a look here at the replay. Here comes Tyner. Tyner comes through and he dices up Nick Ripple. But this is the blessing of having another attacker close as Daniel Camp with a nice read on it. And that was a crucial move here, snake side in point number 1.
We've been seeing the second guy on the snake side die on the break a lot. The snake guys seem to be making it. Oh, and there goes 2 bodies off the snake side. Distortion shooting both bodies off the snake side. Urena and Fry both walking off early.
Yeah,
Joe Barrett
on Joe Barrett as well too here, Todd. The off the break shots just completely dialed in this next point. Dynasty down to 2 bodies.
O'Mara fills out to the snake corner to try and stop the bleeding. He's still got Arturo pushing down the Dorito side up in Dorito 4, but Arturo's just gonna rip Haber's face completely off. Didn't even put on a different face.
Yeah, that's a tough death for Haber. You don't want to be losing bodies like that in gunfights like that in high body situations. You got a lot of time to work with. Be a little bit more patient. And then a move into the 50-yard line here. Did Distortion pick up that move?
I think they've lost track of Arturo.
Yeah, Arturo at the 50. He might be able to get a free kill here. Referees are coming in to check out O'Mara as he's trying to squeegee his barrel. And he's going to get run down. Comes around and gets absolutely blasted by Roberts and by Askren.
You know, you got to keep pushing, right? If you're Arturo, you lost 3 bodies. You just have to keep running down the break. Alex Frazi's going to come out and ref Avery Wynn. And let the ref know. He may have missed a call. But, you know, if ref Alex gets his call, that may be a penalty. But you got to give it to Arturo, man. You know, you lose bodies. You just keep pushing down that side. See if you can make something happen. I always like going forward as opposed to retreating.
He made it really interesting. I mean, if O'Mara didn't have to swab his barrel at that moment and has put a little more pressure down the sideline, maybe a different story. So jumping into this next one here with the Hurricanes, switching sides on the blue side now. Jungle Cats here in those New Jersey's green and tan. They're going to be dropping a body first.
Stevens coming off, I believe, for the Jungle Cats. Tyner in Snake 2, playing heads up.
Ripple into the snake for the Hurricanes. Crawls up into Snake 2. Jungle Cat's already there. Hurricanes up a body. In a 5-on-4 situation, Daniel Camp comes out into a stream, has to dive into that back corner bunker, but makes it clean. And they know the count. 54 is the call. That is accurate. Another body shading towards the snake side way with Brown, who had an awesome 1-on-2 victory yesterday in one of their wins.
Drew Bell's up in that middle in the Dorito wedge. Just trying to lock off that Dorito side, but the Jungle Cats are in there as well. Fedorov hasn't been too aggressive the first couple points here for the Hurricanes. Been kind of hanging out in that Dorito corner, shooting paint across the field towards the snake side. But can't take your eyes off him. He could be in Dorito 4 with a quickness. If you fall into the trap of Drew Bell and nobody's on that Dorito side, you're going to see Fedorov take off. But good control game over here. You can hear Fedorov yelling all the way over here. Hurricanes know they're up 5-on-4. Jungle Cats trying to figure out how to get up the field on the snake side as Tyner hops over the beam.
Ooh, Miner going to be assessed here on the Jungle Cats, pulling out that mini wall on the D side. Takes out their wedge player as well, too. To look for a concession as Jungle Cats going to be going down by 2 points here.
And that's a different player over there than we saw yesterday. Rios was playing a lot for the Jungle Cats yesterday. Right now, the player who got the penalty. Can't see who it was, number 12.
That is Britt Simpson.
Yeah, Britt Simpson, former Hurricanes player. He's got the first bunch of spins. All right, here we go. Into the next point, Dynasty. To the snake on the break. Haber to the snake on the break. He makes it alive. Askren, he gets one in the face. Dynasty with the heavy break shooting on this third point here. Haber going to continue to push up.
Into snake 3 as Avery Wynn going to get into D3.
I don't think they shot any Dynasty players yet, did they?
Dynasty has 4 shading here towards the snake side. And I can't see, yeah, back corner bunker. Yeah, so 5 alive here for Dynasty. And Haber gets taken out, trying to extend and get into that 50-yard line. So good zone control for Dynasty. Gonna get ABJ to the 50-yard line. Trying to pinch out these last couple players. Unger in the back corner bunker, snake side for Distortion, and Win crossfield. Avery battles his way into the 50-yard line to make this one interesting on the D side. No one's picked him up yet.
Yeah, you know, a lot of bodies over here. The only one on the Dorito side is in that corner. But now Artur's going to come up as Avery gets shot off the field.
Yeah, getting both those kills pretty much at the same time. They shot Avery and Unger simultaneously. Nice point by ABJ. Archie Barnes Jr., one of the new pickups here for Dynasty. They got a bunch of new bodies this year, but names that we are very familiar with.
Does O'Mara know Haber personally?
I don't know.
He's going to know him now because he just shot him in the back about 40 times. O'Mara had to get some this morning. He must not have had his coffee yet.
Haber was a Midwest guy. O'Mara's an East Coast guy.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been a bunch of people, but O'Mara was right there in the big brick, and he let Haber have it. Yeah, that way towards the off the field on the sideline. Yeah.
Here comes Daniel Camp with a big run. Now we've seen this one utilized more. Todd, you were talking about this, right? Let's see a little more pop, a little more aggression as that run is there. Those guys are making it way more often than they're not. So the Hurricanes, even with the 2-point lead, go hyper aggressive. They are dropping a body. No, I don't think they shot anyone from the Jungle Cats.
Yes, the 2 on the snake side got shot on the break for the Jungle Cats, and Fedorov walked off the Dorito side.
Okay, so
for the Hurricanes.
4-on-3 here in favor, or 4-on-4. But better field position here in the snake. Daniel Camp Does have a body right in front of him, though.
Ooh, Tyner was shooting towards the Dorito side and just missed Bell, making a move up into Dorito 2. So 3 bodies for the Jungle Cats. Snake 3, back center, and Dorito 4. Hurricanes with Camp in the 50 Snake, Ripple in the corner, Bell and Dorito 2, and the back center. A lot of time left in this game still.
Yeah, now that the Hurricanes, Brown's thinking about getting out of this back center. Checking his paint count, still got 4 pods back there. Now 3. Bell, after the death of Konstantin Fedorov, he's going to be the first attacker on the Snake side. Back to the battle here in the Snake, and everyone's still in the same spots. Jungle Cats, though, going to go up to the brick.
The Hurricanes always do a really good job of playing up bodies. They don't give you those cheap bodies back. You know, they make you earn it. They stay disciplined. Don't try and force it. Great communication. They do a really good job of suffocating you when they're up points and up bodies.
That's what they're trying to do now. I like the reposition for Rios, though. Rios goes up to the brick here for the Jungle Cats. He's searching for it. Oh, Tyner tried to jump the inside part, but excellent job here at zone control, getting the kill from the backfield. That allows Camp to come up and have the Snake to himself, but Rios right there to try to contain his aggression. Ripple going to move up here, get behind Camp. Wraps around, smokes Rios. Not looking good again here for the Jungle Cats, and the Hurricanes stack up a 3-point lead. Great job by Ripple and Camp here, Snake side.
So you can obviously see now with that Snake corner, if he's heads up, if you try and jump over to the inside, then he can see down that alley, because that's what Tyner tried to do and got caught in the pack.
Yeah, I wonder how tall you have to be to have that shot, to have a better shot, to be really tall in that angle, because Ripple's 6'1"-ish, 6'2" maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely over 6 foot. I don't know if you're 5'8", if you can get that angle.
I think they use meters, Matty.
Oh, meters.
Yeah, Germany. He's at least a meter and some ish. How you doing, Walker?
Hey,
they can hear you. I think they can hear you.
Even for one buddy, no rush.
8:09 here to go. Doubling up the back center. Tomara and Rao. Dynasty. Slight little lead. They do get a kill. So 5-on-4 situation here in favor of Dynasty.
And Dave Haber just continues to catch bonus balls walking off the field. He must have said something about somebody's mama. Dynasty just shotguns all these Distortion players right off the field.
Let's see if the Jungle Cats can answer. Again, yesterday they went 1-1, beating the Sea Dogs in a very close battle. And then against Impact, not so much. In fact, they will put up a decent amount of points. Jungle Cats only able to put up 1. It was a 5-1 score. And getting off to a little bit of a rough start right now against the Hurricanes. And again, with the Jungle Cats having multiple bodies, having played for the Hurricanes, this is a story element, very interesting matchup. Right? Camp going to run all the way to the 50 again. Teams are going to have to find a way to stop that move. They do lose Bell. Fedorov into D3. Tyner trying to jump over and shoot out Camp, but he gets taken out, so great overwatch here for the Hurricanes. Interesting they're going with Camp more as the 1 and Ripple as the 2.
I think the move's just there. I think Camp's just coming off that, making a read. Drew Bell shot Snake Way from the Dorito side of the back center.
Oh, that ref. That ref was... Hurricanes, be careful. You don't want to quadruple tap a ref's back while he's in checking out your opponents.
Definitely not.
You might just be like, yeah, he's clean, man. It's fine.
Oh, big move down the Dorito side. Jungle Cats on the attack. They get 2 bodies, and they own the 50. I think Ripple might have noticed. Fedorov comes walking off as well. Somebody's going off over there. Nick Ripple's going to try and run back to the back center, and he does get the shot in and saves, but here's Stevens. Stevens makes it to the 50 over here on the Snake side.
Oh, the Ripple goes all the way out wide to get the kill here on Stevens.
Oh, wow. Stevens dropping the ball over here. Nick Ripple misses him in the back center, lets him fill all the way out here to the Snake, shoots him and turns this into, I believe it's a one-on-one now. Jungle Cats needed this one.
Well, and with Ripple on his side of the field with a 3-point lead, it's a big advantage for him here in this one-on-one. He really doesn't need to engage. They were undefeated yesterday. So they're going to have to beat Impact in their last match.
If Nick Ripple wins this one, you can mark him down for a 3-pack and a game-saving dagger.
And Nick Ripple here. Trying to see who this is for the Jungle Cats.
I think that's DiPolito.
DiPolito. Yeah, Joey. With DiPolito back there, locked in this one-on-one. He's going to have to start pushing the issue, but unfortunately, it looks for the Jungle Cats, it's going to be an official 3-pack here for Nick Ripple. And the 4th point will be going up on the board.
That is what we like to call a dagger. Stick it in him.
So now Dynasty with a 2-point lead, 7:42 left to go.
The Jungle Cats were in both 50s. And Nick Ripple just ran coast to coast, shot 3 dudes, won a one-on-one, win the game. That's got to go on the list.
It's on. I just put it on the list. I got you.
Is it on the list?
Yeah, it's on the list.
I like to see
with
that.
Some stars next to it.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can see the replay, just beautiful elite work for Nick Ripple. So jumping into this point, either team attacking the Snake early this time. Dynasty is going to be dropping Arturo Andrade from the D side. So it's a 5-on-4 situation here in favor of Distortion, as Avery's going to get on a secondary into D3.
And Haber's going to get some time to spend on the bench for this one. Not getting it done over here. I mean, really just getting shot on the break, but they're going to give a different opportunity over here on the Snake side to Kevin Wank. As Roberts comes in behind him, but then he gets picked off. Aspirin comes into the big brick to support Wank.
Wank gunfighting here down the sideline. Oh, needs to get his gun working. Looks like it's good to go. Maybe. Aspirin keeping the comms back and forth between the side from the brick. Talking to Avery.
Askren heads up over here. Ball's dropping in on Wank from the Dorito side of the field. Wank trying to wrap the starfish. See if anything's doing, but he's having some loader issues over here. Can't seem to get his gun to load very well. He keeps popping the top and playing shake and bake. Does Dynasty have a Snake guy?
I don't.
Doesn't look like it. It looks like it's just this wedge right in front of him that's about to dice him up.
So Wank now on the outside of the 50 going to work.
Dynasty ripping the bounce shot off the can here towards the Snake side, but Wank's now safer. He's wrapped around that bunker.
Avery's in Dorito 4 over there with some help behind him. Looks like Unger in Dorito 2.
Ooh, kill on O'Mara. And also a kill on Urena as well, too. There goes the launch. Is Yosh Rao going to go into the guns? And it's going to be a major penalty on Yosh?
Really?
Oh, no. Yeah, okay.
Surprising.
So they went to go pull out ABJ. They did have a snake body. There was a snake body in there. Yeah, so there it looked like a major was thrown on Rao, and they had one to pull with ABJ.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a replay on that penalty if we have it.
I don't see Alex on the field, so who knows?
Well, here's an opportunity for the Jungle Cats down 0-4 against a good team. You know, all experience is good experience in the Pro League. You don't get many minutes on this piece of grass over here. So, you know, first time here in the Pro Division. You know, how are you going to react when you're in this situation? You're going to keep fighting? You're going to lay down?
Yeah, can we run that back? Sorry, they're playing the replay here. I want to see this. So here comes Rao. Okay, right there, shot. He's going to get shot right there first. Okay, so shot on the elbow and then the face. And then trades out with Avery. Yeah, I mean, get shot. And then I just couldn't see when Avery got shot, if he did before that. But, yeah, major. See if they have enough bodies to pull Hurricanes' sizable lead now.
Jungle Cats to the 50 Dorito on the break. Shoots Daniel Camp out. And just Rios over there pushing hard, wrapping the outside. This is what you want to see. Continue to attack. Went to the snake on the break, but they lost their body. But here they are continuing to push down the field. The Jungle Cats not giving up.
That's a 4-pack.
And that's what you want to see. Just continue to fight. You only get one at a time.
Rios. I like it. Big bite, and then I'm not sure who followed him up right there. Is that Joey?
Huelas.
Right. Huelas. Yeah. There it is, yep.
Does look like they are going to be replaying that last one here. At least that's one of the coaches just said. Well, I see 3 bodies coming out here for, no, Dynasty's got 4. Might only be starting with 4. Arturo Andrade, Mike Urena, Archie Barnes Jr., and O'Mara. So penalty is being reviewed. So Walker, you guys got 2 pro teams this year, huh?
We do. You're looking at one right now, the Jungle Cats. Super excited about those guys. 1-1 right now. Uphill battle during this match, but yeah, I mean, they look good.
Yeah, new pro team, but they got a lot of guys that were they were very successful in semi-pro.
Absolutely.
Got great leadership, bringing Mike Bianca in.
It's really cool working with these guys. I mean, they got their stuff together. Looks like they're shooting Defy paint, too. So they're having a good event there. Yeah, they're out of I-75. They, you know, GXG pods. And 3 media, or that's Meals, actually. 2 Dope Media they got out here on the pro field, too. It's been good working with those guys. I'm really excited to see and watch them grow. We got a lot of really cool products, too. Some new custom items that they'll have at the next event. So,
I like having a pro team from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Those dudes represent.
Yeah, Carbon, the provider of our golden barrel here. So who's going to win that? We have no idea. Still a lot of paintball to be played to determine who's going to be the best player out here for the squad MVP.
Just like Todd was saying, you know, Maddie writes stuff down up here. If you guys ever get a chance to be up here, he's got this like notepad next to me. Hey, man, what do you think this thing's worth right here? This little cheat sheet right here. Like, all the top moves, the points scored.
Everything
pretty impressive.
Comes at a price, man. You know? I mean, I got 2 kids.
Each season. Yeah. Yeah.
A little piece of paintball history for you?
Yep.
Let me know.
1 of 1.
Each book will be on sale on paintballvault.com.
You can find it on eBay after the event.
Yes.
I was joking with Todd. Oh, it looks like we're getting back into it. Oh, it has been decided. So here in Dynasty, going to be starting with 4 bodies. So the penalty confirmed. ABJ going to go to the snake off the break, and in Distortion also right to the 50 off the break as well, too, with Kevin Wank this time.
And Wank immediately guns up across the field. Arturo's going to dive into the mini wall and look snake side. ABJ playing heads up from snake 2. Distortion looking to stack the snake side again. Here comes the move up to the big brick from Askren. O'Mara in the back center, still just shredding paint. Trying to get his gun up, and he's going to fill out to the Dorito 1. Urena in the Snake Temple, looking across the field towards the Dorito side. They took the eyes off Wank, but that's okay. Archie Barnes popped the top and made him wear one.
And that's how you even things up in down body situations. So the power play, at least so far, not working out here as Wank taking the early walk. ABJ clocking in, but then ABJ catches one a little too much on the gunfight, sitting on a lead, 4:20 to go. Now it's a 3-on-4, still here in favor of Distortion.
Yep. Roberts retakes that snake for Distortion.
Distortion's got a good look here, though, Todd, as they got the 50. Also have the brick, and then they have Win. Every Win at the mini wall towards the D side.
Yeah, I really like what I'm seeing out of Avery Win this event, man. He's always alive, always pushing. He's going to jump across into that 50. Definitely been keeping the pressure on over there on that Dorito side for Distortion.
Mike
Roberts
Urena
here
with a big bite out. That was a clutch move by Urena to get that slight outside containment. It is a soft corner, so you can't control the sideline completely from there. That spot's going to get tight. It's already getting tight here for Mikey.
Yeah, if you're Roberts, you just want to keep pushing, keep going down that snake. You know, maybe make Urena think about wanting to run you down and trade that body since you have an extra one.
Arturo knows where, number 47 is in the snake right now, but Arturo had to get real small on that mini Win. He might have to get out of there too.
Yeah, he was in this situation yesterday. If you come to their snake too, you have a slight little window there to get shot from.
Yeah. For the most part, though, if Roberts does go up into Dynasty Snake 2 and lean in, that mini wall dies almost every single time. And it's slightly blocked out from the can, but not if you lean into the bunker.
I mean, I think the thing here too is that if maybe Askren can come up into the next one, come into their brick, and O'Mara's going to try and fill back to the Dorito 1 and get picked off. There's just 2 bodies left alive now for Dynasty, but time's got to be starting to play a factor here.
Down to 2:20 here, Todd.
Actually, this is a 1-point game. You can't make any costly mistakes if you're Distortion. You have to get this one.
Yeah, this is a must-have point.
Yeah, you can take it all the way down as long as you win it. But it's a 4-on-2.
We got one player in the back for wild side Distortion. Here he goes. Now he's going to start to work his way up, but I think he's got the ball.
And
Roberts finally does get that crossfield shot, and as soon as they shoot, as soon as Roberts connected on Arturo, immediate concession here from the coaching staff for Dynasty, which, in case you guys didn't tune in yesterday, does include Ryan Greenspan. Took a shoulder injury, so he's not suited up. Kyle Spica, but actually he was going to be the offensive coordinator / coach, helping out head coach Junior Brown, but they had to flip-flop. So you can see there's head coach Junior Brown and Ryan Greenspan. Probably a little frustrated with some of these mistakes they're making out here. A costly penalty, forcing them to start down, and ABJ gets in, wins a gunfight, but then over-engages.
We need to win those gunfights heads up. We already talked about it. The Dorito side is safe from the Viper. We need to get out of those fucking shitty spots that can get shot in the side by the guys on our side of the field. And we need to win it with our advantage. We always have to find an advantage, even if it doesn't seem like it.
I need a gun.
Okay.
Wise words.
Oh, and the Jungle Cats.
Oh, no.
Losing 2 bodies off the break on that Dorito side. Ran a little bit too high out to that corner, got shot in the side of the head. But Hurricanes, they're going to drop Fedorov, but camp over here in the big brick. Ripple making into the snake. Brown filling out behind them. So the Dorito side wide open for the Hurricanes. Bell in the back center is the closest one over there, but nobody over there for the Jungle Cats.
Yeah, good comms here from the snake. From back center on over to the snake side, 4 bodies here for the Hurricanes to try to burn this clock off and take this victory. It will be their 3rd in a row.
playing really, really well. Really good communication going back and forth here.
Yeah, but sorry.
No, good.
No, but Walker's 4-on-4 right now. Yep. If ideally Hurricanes need to press Bell out to that D side.
Yep.
No one on that side right now.
They're stopping the bleeding over on the Jungle Cat side. I mean, they're moving out to that Dorito side. But, you know, what is it? Not even 5 minutes left here. They got a lot of game left, but they got to start pushing.
Camp just locking down that Dorito side. Jungle Cats in the corner, but gonna have to run through a few guns as Brown and Camp are just hammering the Dorito side from the snake corner and the big brick. Drew Bell putting it all together from the back center. Nick Ripple can just stay in snake 2 and hold the line. Just suffocating these guys. 4 minutes now on the clock.
Yeah, Ripple. They're just, again, Bell's been hanging out in that back center, not wanting to risk the move outside wide with the body looking that way from the brick and the outside containment already for the Jungle Cats.
3-on-4. Jungle Cats got to try and find a seam. Help if they could get a kill, but
Joey DiPolito on your screen right now. He doesn't even have any paint on the Dorito side, but he's the guy that Camp's watching over.
Well, they're going to try it in the middle. Thought about it for a second, then dips back to the brick for the Jungle Cats. But yeah, it's tough. When you're in a low body situation and you're 3-on-4 and you're chasing 3, it's just hard to play at the pace needed to actually win the game. Because the Hurricanes could even lose this one. It's still going to be tough because they have that extra body out there. But most importantly for the Hurricanes with 2 wins already.
Oh, and Drew Bell just got shot in the pack trying to fill out to the Dorito side.
Yeah, so he was probably thinking about making that move for a while, but that's what he was worried about. He was worried about having to take the risk through. And then here comes the attack up the middle. They almost collide as Tyner trying to make something happen.
Ooh.
They lose Camp in that engagement, but Ripple and back corner still alive. I believe it's Brown.
Should be a 2-on-2 now. With the Jungle Cats moving into the 50 Dorito.
He's picking up paint right now. Throwing in his DRV.
That's DiPolito trying to find some fresh ones here in the grass. Have to rub the dirt off of it.
Stevens up to the big brick.
What a read by Nick Ripple.
Yeah, and then he gets the drop in on Stevens.
He's a contract killer, man. This is crazy. Coast to coast.
Ripple's having a very good first event. I'll tell you what, if the Hurricanes go deep, just say hypothetically, and they end up winning this one, there's a really good chance it could be MVP getting this golden barrel here for Nick Ripple with how well he's played for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, just saved 2 points there.
He had a bunch of good spins yesterday, too.
Yep.
He's also played the 1 and he's played the 2. Played that back corner. He's been the first attacker.
Those 2 points go the other way. This is a 1-point game with some time on the clock. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
Great move.
Those 2 points go the other way. This is a tie game.
Coach
That's how close it is. Right? That's how close it is. All right, here we go for the juice. 3-3, 1:51 on the clock. Dynasty to the 50, Snake on the break. Avery Wynn going up the middle, getting shot on the break. ABJ in the 50, Snake. O'Mara, he's going to come across to the tall tower on the Dorito side. Haber back in the game. Over here in Snake 2.
Yeah. And tie game, 1:25 to go. This is a big moment. Both these teams need a win. Distortion desperately needs a win. They're sitting at 0-2. And Dynasty 1-1. Mike Arena looking for it. Not feeling any pressure in the Snake 2. Here comes Yosh Rao. He's going to come across to help. But body coming off here for Distortion from the D side.
Yep, there goes Unger.
As we hit the minute mark.
Oh,
here comes Mike Arena. Oh, but Mike Arena gets stitched up here with 54 seconds left. They get across into the 50 with Arturo on the D side, and here's ABJ going to trade out. Yosh Rao also gets the kill here on Haber.
3-on-1.
With 40 seconds left, it's just the back corner bunker on the D side. Dynasty has to find this body. Omara's going to commit. He's going to go right at the bunker. They try to jump, pop the top, and he's going to pinch him out here with definitely enough time. A little stare down here for Omara. A little pat on the back.
And they don't want to hit the buzzer and take another crack at it. No.
Yeah, I think they're going to be content to just go with that 4-3 victory here.
All right.
That was a nail biter here for Dynasty fans. Distortion, they could be good this year. I know it's a new team, but they have a wild mix of aggressive players once they start getting it together.
Yeah. I mean, you watch the games, you see the opportunities, but, you know, they are a quote-unquote new team, right? They do have a lot of veteran pros, but anytime you put a new team together, you're playing against the best in the league, it's going to take some time. You know, take some time to get it together, but, you know, you do like what you've seen out of them, even though they lost 3 games now.
Well, it was a 1-point loss to Leverage. X Factor, they were in a decent amount of those points. That was a bigger loss, 6-2. And then a 1-point loss here to Dynasty.
Yeah. I mean, X Factor just beat them on the break, right? Beat them on the break, controlled the game. But, you know, when they were out there playing, you know, they played pretty well.
So 10 seconds to go here. And with 2 minutes and 6 seconds left, see if the Jungle Cats just full send, but I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen a 4-point comeback in 2 minutes. Maybe I'm sure at some point we've seen it.
Penalty on the Canes.
Going to help things go fast here because 5 bodies alive here for the Jungle Cats streaking up the field. 3 bodies have come off now for the Hurricanes, so let's see if the Jungle Cats can read the situation.
1 player left, I think.
Yeah, pushing up on the D side with 2 bodies. 2 bodies on the Snakes are going to get another kill, so just 1 player left alive. And now no players left alive. They get 1 quick one here.
Lee,
I like it.
That just goes to show how important those points were for Nick Ripple.
Yeah.
You know, those last 2 points are, again, like it was 5-1. He doesn't save those 2 points. It's 3-3. And then, you know, Jungle Cats, they finally decided to start turning it up a little bit there like they had before. And, you know, now we're talking about a different game. But, you know, the Hurricanes, again, this whole match, all day yesterday, up bodies, up points, just playing a great team paintball game right now.
Well, they are going to be... Yeah, I mean, the Hurricanes undefeated, so they can win against Impact. Now, that's a game I really want to watch because that's going to be the true test here for this new lineup for the Hurricanes. That game going down here at noon. That's a good set. It's going to be X Factor, Dynasty, and Impact and the Hurricanes.
Rios, watch the boat down. Rios, I'll do it.
All the Jungle Cats are shooting the new Twister series guns as well. Pretty cool. I was down in their pit.
When are those things coming out?
I couldn't tell you. I mean, they're exclusive. I don't know. I don't have one. Do you got one? No.
What the fuck is this loader for?
Well, Fedorov not happy about something here.
Hurricane story this year is pretty cool too. Really impressive what John Brinkman's putting together. Like you said, that whole facility, and I was walking out there to the stadium too, and there's this like jacked up Jeep and super cool, all contract killered out, and asked him about that and some cool stuff coming. You know, they got giveaways coming. They got all these new products. They're wearing their own jerseys now, own guns. Yeah, some cool stuff.
Love it when the paintball patrons come in.
I think in their practice facility that they got going on, I think it's actually going to open, I don't know, I don't want to speak out of turn, but maybe in a couple of months. But you can book practice slots and you can have your players stay there. So, word on the street is that Dynasty's already got a couple of slots, and I don't know. You should hit them up, look into it if you want to be one of these teams. Looks like that's going to be a really cool up-and-coming facility.
I mean, the pictures and videos I've seen are pretty sweet. Yeah, so a little bit of a technical timeout, getting things going here. See if Jungle Cats can put up another quick one here. Okay, throwing 20 seconds here on the break clock.
There you see Nick Ripple on the right. Having a heck of a morning here for the Hurricanes.
Spin him every point. Same with Fedorov.
So just a minute and a half left to go. Hurricanes going to throw a couple punches up the middle, taking the wedge and the brick, and they're going to be shooting a body from the D side here from the Jungle Cats, actually blasting another one as well, too. So that's probably going to do it here because no one's come off for the Hurricanes this time. 5-on-3. And the Jungle Cats are also not streaking up the field, so probably officially going to be the last point. We will see. Yeah, the Hurricanes, with weapons and threats in each position here, Todd, and the control and the communication we're seeing out of them off the break shots, I mean, they could go far in this tournament.
Oh, 100%. 100%, Matty. Here comes Nick Ripple into Snake 2. Looking to Tyner heads up. Hurricanes just with the Supercross out there right now in those two big bricks. In the middle, big brick, big wedge. Drew Bell. He wants to come get some now here at the end. Yes. Creeping through the middle.
Z-Right's in a good spot. Got Fedorov behind him. Bell's coming across here. Ripples at the 50 and the Snake, and they got 20 seconds left to try to put another point on the board. I think they're going to be able to do it. They get the kill out of the Snake, and then Bell is going to launch. They also cleared out the D side. All right, so let's check in with our sideline reporter, Bree. Looks like she has one of the bodies from one of the players from Dynasty. What do you got for us, Bree?
Hello, everyone. I am here with ABJ. You just played the Snake. How was it to prepare for that?
It was a lot. I mean, the preparation going into this event took about 5 days, and our guys are shooting guys off the break, and it's making it easier for the Snake guys, so it's pretty good.
Okay, and we did just switch down to the 5-pod rule. How is that affecting the team so far?
So far, I mean, along with the point system changing, it's a little different, so it's making the aggression and scoring more points. It's a lot more fun, I think, in my opinion, but 5 pods makes it light for a Snake guy, so I can run a little bit faster.
All right, well, keep doing what you're doing in the Snake. I'll send it back to you, Maddie.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Bree. Yeah, man, ABJ looking really good, getting some solid spins here for San Diego Dynasty, and they desperately needed that win still in this tournament, and they got one more game to go. They're going to be playing X Factor at noon, but stick with us. X Factor coming up next, taking on Leverage, their first game of the day, and also going to be, oh, wait, and we still got a little bit, they're going to play it. 13 seconds left? Okay, well, let's see it. So before we send it to break, we're going to watch one more point.
Guess nobody has anything to do this afternoon.
You think the Jungle Cats are going to try? We saw.
I like to see.
We saw like a 15-second point here, Walker.
I like to see this though. It's not like you don't have teams coming out with like 12 pods for a 13-second point anymore. You know what I mean? It's like
I do always
shoot
get
one.
Well, look, see the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Hurricanes are potted up like they're about to play a 5-minute point. Which tell me they're not going to go anywhere.
Is that Brinkman in the mix?
Man. So the Jungle Cats are going to attempt it, and they're going to jump and attack up the middle. They're going to try to get to the 50-yard line D side, but they're just facing a wall of paint. Hurricanes doubling up the back center with Brown and Brinkman.
I think Brinkman got a kill on the Snake side on the break.
So. He did, yeah. So undefeated so far, and not only are they winning games, they're winning games definitively. Especially here today. 2 close ones yesterday, but big score against the Jungle Cats. welcoming them to professional ranks. So that is now officially going to do it here for set number 2. Stick with us. The first stop on the tour, Tampa Bay Open. Here at Raymond James Stadium, it's going to be X Factor taking on Leverage, Impact, and the Sea Dogs. Go say what's up to Walker at the Carbon booth. And we're going to be right back here on Major League Paintball. Manny Marshall with Todd Martinez. See you in just a couple minutes. Run through the bracket of death.
Of all the top teams at the first event, Tampa Bay Damage will be the odds-on favorite to win, as they swept through the World Cup last year undefeated, and they have made no changes to the roster this season. Their talent and leadership is top tier, and they are bringing 12 bodies to the event, so they will have depth. Their snake side is the best in the league with both Alex Goldman and Keith Brown, and their backline is also elite with Marcelo Margot and World Cup MVP Jason Edwards. Damage has no holes in their line across the field, and they could go on a run in 2026.
Hey, it's BRNT at CRBN, here at the DRV, an absolute hot rod force feed loader. What separates the DRV from the competition is our LCD display on the back. This has a built-in timer, ideal for classic paintball, but if you're playing anytime paintball at all, the ability to know what's going on without a scoreboard is an advantage. Along with our adjustable torque settings, 1 through 5, allows you to shoot any paint in every condition. If you're shooting super brittle paint, turn it down. If you trust the paint, it's a little bit harder, you can turn it all the way up, shoot 25 balls a second, no problem. The DRV features a revolutionary automatic anti-jam, no button to push. The DRV also features an aluminum feed neck for an absolutely positive gun mount. DRVs feature a magnetic, tool-free disassembly. You can field strip the loader in seconds. Each DRV includes a speed feed, rain lid, and charging cable for the lithium-ion battery. They also ship in a zippered case. DRV is currently available in 8 different colorways. Learn more about the DRV at CRBNPaintball.com.
Superstar squad Edmonton Impact will be a threat to win every event they play this year, as their roster is full of all-stars. But they are starting the season with injuries to Brandon Cornell, Justin Cornell, and Tyler Panelio. Good news for Impact is that even with the injuries, they still have massive depth in every position, and they should be able to quickly get into the form that saw them win the 4th event in 2025. With the deadly new pickups of LJ Parrish, Chad George, and Connor Kelly, Impact continues to have arguably the deepest roster in Major League Paintball.
Army Eject X harness, new pod cap padding protection, Velcro rubber straps, removable padding, stealth ejector system, durable elastic
it's BRNT with CRBN, and I have our new IC PWR nano barrel system here. This kit includes our famous ultra lightweight injected carbon fiber back with our new nano tip, which features over 700 microports. This microporting prevents any debris, paint, or moisture from entering the bore and also produces a unique low sound signature. These barrel kits are compatible with all PWR inserts, including our own series from 679 to 691, and are also compatible with all PWR inserts, including those made by Planet Eclipse, Dye, and Inception Designs. Check them out at CRBNPaintball.com.
World Cup is a very, very, very hard event to win. Very hard event. Probably the hardest event to win.
All Damage looking to punch their ticket into the finals, Matty.
Tampa Bay Damage, just 2 more kills for them to move on to play PB Fit.
They're a homegrown team, a lot like we are, but nobody was going to beat us here. Didn't matter what they did. We were going to win World Cup no matter what.
One thing's for sure, Tampa Bay Damage every year has a team that is a threat to win paintball tournaments. Going to try to knock off our new giants in paintball, Paintball Fit.
You know what I know? I know about Damage. And that's all that matters to me. I don't give a damn about these other dudes, bro. I really, really don't.
He's an amazing teammate.
I love competing. I love the game. I'm a student, and I'm surrounded by great players.
He had his challenges too throughout the season and what he went through, and I obviously had mine. And for us to overcome all that and kind of put it in everybody's face in the league and come out on top.
It's been a long time since Damage has won a World Cup. We needed it.
Let's go, Damage! Let's go, Damage!
Hey, it's BRNT at CRBN, here at the DRV, an absolute hot rod force feed moment. What separates the DRV from the competition is our LCD display on the back. This has a built-in timer, ideal for classic paintball, but if you're playing anytime paintball at all, the ability to know what's going on without a scoreboard is an advantage.
Welcome back. X Factor about to take on Leverage, and Edmonton Impact taking on the Royal City Sea Dogs. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Todd Martinez. So Todd, Leverage here in that first one, taking the win against Houston Heat. So they're sitting at 2-1 right now.
Yeah, and it's good to see Robbie Altimore run into the snake again. It looked like he had almost hurt himself at the end of that match, but he is back up and in here. So he makes it into the snake. X Factor with 5 bodies alive. Billy Bernacci out to the snake corner, then quickly up to snake 2 himself. Caputo out here in the snake corner with Wozniak filling out next to them. Meter Niños quickly fills out to the snake corner. Matt Jackson in the back center for X Factor. And Cody Bayless in the Dorito corner for X Factor.
Yeah, looks like Danner with that quick move to the mini wall. He's trying to get across as well too here on your screen. Double stack of bodies in the snake for Leverage. Snake 1 and snake 2. Billy blasting from snake 2 to try to keep him in those spots. He's got a little overwatch at the back corner bunker here for X Factor. 5-on-5. Oh, Billy trying to fix his loader a little bit right now.
X Factor didn't play a whole lot of 5-on-5 yesterday. Just utterly dominant on the break. But always really good at playing team paintball. Making good secondary moves, getting up the field. As Cody Bayless makes a big move out of the corner into the Dorito 3. Leverage already warm this morning. Already been tested, pulled out that close one.
Well, good to see Robbie Altimore back out there as he was slow to get up at the conclusion of their last match. So they're going to need him if they want to go deep at this tournament.
And here comes Billy Bernacci. He's going to come into snake 3.
Got TJ Danner and Bayless. Combo on the D side. With some good communication going back and forth. Bayless getting pinched though a little bit. He's tucked into that spot as much as he possibly can be. Going deep into D3. Feeling the pinch, cross field.
Altamore keeping an eye on Bayless over there in that D3 from Snake 3. Here comes Matt Jackson up the middle. He's going to come into the big brick and look Dorito way. Leverage still. Back a little bit. They're going to make a jump across and get into the D3 from the mini wall. Billy Bernacchi going to jump the beam on the inside, come into the 50 Snake on the backside of the Starfish.
Ooh, body dropping though from the D side.
Yep, Leverage, first one to drop a body. Looks like De Los Santos walking off. Meter's going to come get in the Snake. Wozniak going to move from the Snake corner to the insert bunker.
X Factor not in a hurry to try to take advantage of this high body situation, which is totally fine. It's point one. Very patient team when they need to be.
Caputo and Meter Ninos both in Snake 2. Are we going to see a little snap shoot battle between these guys?
Billy popping the top at the 50. And then Matt Jackson inside. You can see the good angles he has over there. Looking D side. It's tough at the brick because you have those angles to shut off the run from either the D2 into D3 or D3 into D4. You also have good overwatch on the Snake. Jackson going to put his gun that way because they got that early kill, so in case Leverage tries to fill it, could potentially get another free one.
Ooh, and somebody snuck a ball in on Bayless. Robbie's been looking that way the whole time. Bayless looking this direction.
That evens up the count 4-on-4 now.
Both teams losing their front Dorito player. And Wozniak, he is bumped back to the back center. With the limited paint, you really got to make those shots count. Both teams here conserving paint. A lot of pods still on everybody's backs.
Cobra must be the 50-yard line. You think?
It might be the Viper, Cobra, Anaconda. Yeah, I believe so. I think they know where Billy is over here because Billy's really shooting at that Dorito corner hard.
I wonder if they know where Jackson. They should know where Jackson is as well too. I mean, he's not pushing that bunker around much at all. He's playing perfectly, but.
And that's also a good spot to battle with the Dorito corner, but not a good spot to battle with Chris Caputo.
Cobra's the brick because they just killed. They said kill the Cobra, so.
Chris Caputo with a shot, popped the top, and got one on Matt Jackson.
Well, we were just asking, hey, do they know where Jackson is? And then Billy Bernacchi is going to launch and possibly trade out. And it's going to be a major penalty assessed here on Billy Bernacchi. Chris Caputo winning his argument. Said that's a major. He shot me too. He showed him the shot. That's the definition of the major. And then that's going to pull out the remaining bodies here. And that is going to be first point.
I mean, that's what Chris Caputo was waiting for the whole game, right?
Yeah.
Waiting for Billy to make that move. Billy has to shoot Robbie first. You know, get him off the field, but Chris Caputo's already got his gun up right there. Pretty bang, bang, easy call for the refs.
Edmonton Impact. In a little huddle here. Chad George. Good to see him with Edmonton Impact. Getting a lot of spins. Looking good out there. Looks like they're going to go Yakimek, Cornell, Connor Kelly, and Nick Laval start things out with that deep roster. Sea Dogs need to make something happen here. Sea Dogs sitting at 0-3, and you do not want to go 0-4 and potentially be in that last place. Start out your journey here in 2026 as one team gets relegated every year. They're getting off to a rough start in this point as a minor penalty assessed. So advantage Impact.
Yeah, Sea Dogs lost Chong on the break, and then 2 to a penalty real quickly, down to 2 bodies left alive on the field. But continuing to push over there on the D side. Trying to make something happen. Might as well. Got nothing else to do today except getting that Dorito 50. Nope, he's going to get clipped out of D4. One body left alive. Sea-Dog's going to spare Galikowski.
I'm cool with that one. Hey, we're already down a bunch of bodies. Just go try to make something happen. Maybe it does. If not, at least we lose fast. Because if we don't do that, I'm thinking about conceding this point.
Yeah.
If you're the coach.
100%.
So leverage up by 1. Going to take the field here against X Factor. Just a couple deaths out of their spots were the difference maker. As initially X Factor went up into a high body situation, got the first kill. But then the loss of Jackson and Bayless. And then the penalty on Billy was the true end to that point.
Billy, Matt, TJ, Colt Roberts, and Silos.
Libernaccia to the snake off the break as we also get a look at Altimore, and he makes the snake off the break as well too. He's going to crawl up into the snake 2 position, mirrored up with Billy Bernaccia. 5-on-5 break. Secondaries out and up for leverage. Back corner bunker on the snake side to give Altimore some help with Caputo. And then also very quick moves on the D side. Like how this is developing here for leverage. They are not playing defense here, sitting on this baby 1-point lead.
Definitely not. That's what you like to see. Quick little snap battle between Billy and Joey, or Robbie here in the snake. As well as Billy moves up into snake 3 and now into the 50. Looks like Joe Altimore took a bounce there in the back center. He's alive, but he's going to bump out to the Dorito 1 for leverage. Get behind his player in the Dorito 4. Looks like De Los Santos. Billy Bernaccia looking on the inside. This would be a good time for De Los Santos to shoot that bounce shot to see if it goes in there. Because Billy pretty wide out of that snake.
Silos Ortez getting a spin and gets up into D4 nicely to contend.
Colt Roberts getting out to the Dorito 2. TJ Danner in Dorito 1. X Factor stacking that Dorito side heavy this point. Matt Jackson, he's going to come over here into snake 2.
De Los Santos, the attacker for leverage. Peeking around, trying to get across. We're looking at the triple stack of bodies for him, but then a big move across field. But then a counter move from Silos Cortez, and it looks like Silos Cortez is going to stay alive, so excellent read and react on the counter punch from Silos Cortez.
Yeah, we've seen that so many times. You just have to be in position to protect your teammate, and leverage quickly loses 3 bodies. Caputo's going to back up. But if you're going to make that move into the 50, somebody has to be there to protect you. Same thing over here on the snake side, because it's just such a quick burst in there to go get that body. Caputo going to work right now. Penalty thrown.
Minor, they're searching for a body on X Factor, I think. No, they're going to pull it on Caputo. So for a second, looked like the penalty might have gone to X Factor, but no penalty was on leverage, and X Factor going to tie this one up.
Yeah, you can't die in groups against X Factor.
Deaths in bunches is never a good thing.
Correct.
Yeah, I just love the read from Silos. Had his eyes downfield, saw De Los Santos get up there, comes, bunkers him out ideally, and then stay alive in that situation is exactly what he did. Perfect.
That's the thing about communication, right? If you communicate really well and you know everything that's going on, when you hear a body die, then you know how to collapse on the other team quicker than they can react.
There's the shot crossfield on Altimore after we saw that Silas Cortez move. And here's the close. It's actually Caputo being pulled on that penalty. In the pits here with X Factor. All right, here we go. Jumping into it with Royal City Sea Dogs. And Edmonton Impact, Chad George going to go to the 50 in the snake off the break with the inside out run. And he makes it clean. Everyone's making that run here, Todd.
Yeah, it's there all day. It's just how many times you want to run it, and is somebody going to go up to that big brick shooting across when they think that you're going to make that move, because that's the guy who shuts it down.
And Chad's going to get some help. Here comes Nick Laval out of the backfield, filters up into the brick. They do lose Connor Kelly, though. So Connor Kelly taking the walk and shot out of D1. Campbell going to match up with Chad George from Snake 2 for the Sea Dogs.
This is what I like to see here. Impact up the field in those two big bunkers. They're going to shoot cows. But Chad George still has good eyes on that Dorito side. The Sea Dogs in the corner and the mini wall. Nick Laval, ooh, he takes one in the side of the head, but that bounces. He's still alive. Referee going to run in there, give him a closer look. Nick Laval popped the top for just a second there. Would have been a huge kill for the Sea Dogs. Cornell over there in the Dorito 50. Looks like he got a shot in on the Snake.
Yeah, Campbell taking the walk. Full court press here for Impact. They have the 50s on both sides, an aggressive game plan from Coach Dave Baines.
Matt, I just want to say that the two Starfish bunkers have great shots. Very important. If you're the first team to get into those and have protection overwatch on your guys, you're going to be successful more often than not. And teams are pushing it. You can get in there. You know, it's not incredibly difficult to get in there. You just have to take that risk, right?
Yeah, obviously it's a long run. It is shootable if you're in the right spot, but almost everyone that's made that run into the 50 has made it clean.
Yep.
I think we're going to see teams run that until somebody finds a way to stop it.
Aftershock is going to come out here and run it 9 times in a row in the aftergame.
Believe it.
I hope, but if there's anybody that I know might do it, it would be Todd Adamson.
Concession from the Sea Dogs, and 2 points in a row here for Impact. Just like the aggressive play call, even up a point, and perfectly executed by the crew at starting line. So now with Impact's roster, I'm wondering up 2, are they going to try to get some other guys some spins right now? Because we haven't really seen much of Rainey, haven't seen Tyler, haven't seen Parrish.
What you love to see in the Impact pit over there is that everybody's still giving feedback, right? You got Rainey, you got Tyler, you got LJ Parrish. They're grabbing people's guns, getting them air, you know, giving them feedback. Like, when you have good team chemistry, you know, that's what you see. You don't see guys in the pits with their head down, upset that they're not playing. You know, no, everybody's here to win. If you win, I win, we win. Get the bread.
Ooh, Colt Roberts, guys doubling up that back center with TJ Danner off the break. Did it produce a kill? I don't think it did.
Yep, Colt Roberts came off the field early for X Factor. Joe Altimore came off the field early for Leverage.
Got 4 on 4. With Joey dying from the D side, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so Colt was shooting the Snake side.
De Los Santos in the mini wall for Leverage. Caputo and Altimore over here. Silos getting a spin on the Snake side with Meter behind him for X Factor.
Oh, little surgery here.
Yep, Cody Bayless.
Got the tip of his barrel off. Oh, try to push that core sample out.
It's core sample time for him. Time to pull out the Bren gun.
Yeah, he's going to have to just roll out with his Uzi now. Put that tip of the barrel in his pocket. That's the fourth time we've seen that happen. 3rd for sure. I think that might be the 4th.
Because you had two Mac 10s, an Uzi, and then the guy that was going full musket.
The sawed-off shotgun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Altimore playing down the wire. Over here waiting for Silos.
Down to 5:23. Longer points in this one.
There's De Los Santos on your screen in the mini wall on the Dorito side, looking heads up. Caputo coming into Snake 1. Silos is in Snake 3. Silos now jumping into the 50 snake. Silos looking across the field, trying to find De Los Santos. Wasnick in the back center.
Well, in this bracket with Heat, X Factor, Heat, Dynasty, Leverage, and Distortion, this is a big one for Leverage. They are in the fourth tier here, but they're sitting at 2-1. So if they can beat X Factor and send them to 2-1, they go 3-1. That's going to punch their ticket to Sunday here.
Yes, absolutely. Big game for them. Look, still 4-on-4, I believe. Meter, Silos, and there goes Cody Bayless into the D3.
Now Cody Bayless with his hand cannon gonna get into the 50-yard line. Oh, and catches one down the sideline here.
And they're gonna trade out. Silos got hung at the rim right there, tried to go full dunk mode on him.
Yeah, so Silos dying here, Bayless on the other side.
Yep, 2 bodies left alive now for X Factor.
And Leverage has the count correct. Tom's continuing to get dialed here for Leverage, as you know exactly how many bodies are left in front of him. And they're going to get the kill on Meter Niños. And there's going to be a concession from X Factor. 2-1 the score. The Leverage guy, I talked to Coach in Magic Mike this morning, a couple of the Leverage guys, and they were pretty excited about today.
Yeah.
And about this year with their new line, bringing in a couple bodies, bringing in the Altimores.
That was a big point for them.
Yeah. What I was talking about is that how important mental tenacity, focus, composure, the whole mental element of how big that is. And now in sophomore season, I just think that we're going to see a different Leverage this year.
Yep. Keep saying it. All we can ask for is growth from event to event for all these young teams. Because they were a really, really good semi-pro team. Got better throughout the year in their rookie season. And now here they are sitting at 2-1 with an opportunity to go 3-1 against one of the best teams in the league. And Kaus making the move up the middle. Getting into that big wedge. Chad George in Snake 2. Impact going. Double up the middle with Zach Yakimek and Connor Kelly. Sea Dogs. All 5 bodies alive. Cody Chong over here on the Snake side with Baldwin.
Yeah, Kaus up the middle at the wedge looking D side. 2 bodies up the middle right now for Impact. Connor Kelly at the wedge, mirrored up with Kaus. And then they have Yakimek at the brick.
Nick Laval going to fill out to the Snake corner for Impact. Baldwin makes his way into the Snake. Chong behind him into the corner.
Still a lot more time left in this one than in this other game in this set. 10:41 to go. These 2 first ones went quick here for Impact.
Baldwin battling heads up down the wire. Looking at Chad George in front of him. Connor Kelly.
Baldwin
steady heading him, bounce shot.
Begging for somebody to gunfight him down the sideline right now.
There's the setup for Impact over here on the Snake side.
Ooh, Cornell dodges one crossfield. You're looking at Baldwin here. He's just been out this whole time hoping that Laval will gunfight him. Laval's actually going to crawl back and retreat back to Snake 1. Chad George has been looking inside.
Kaus steady posted up on that Dorito side from the big wedge. It's a good place to be to shut that down until they come to your side of the Snake or into the 50 Snarfish. Baldwin battling heads up with Nick Laval. Nick Laval up over the top. Impact with this 2-0 lead.
Well, Salmon just popped the top insert bunker, or sorry, back bunker. He's trying to figure out where he wants to go. He's going to go D-side. Yeah, loses that body. Salmon had to dip that way. He dives out alive into the D1. Callis is totally focused on that D-side, trying to get a shot on Cornell.
Sea Dogs are going to lose Rizzardo off the Dorito side. One starfish really opens up the other starfish. If you get in one, everybody freaks out, looks that way, and then you see players just make that move right into the opposite starfish. Such important bunkers on this layout. Draws a lot of attention. Frees up other moves for your teammates. And pretty easy to get into this one over here on the snake side, but that Dorito side one has been super powerful. As here comes Chad.
Yeah.
Chad's going to get into the 50 over here on the snake side.
Yeah, there we go. And he's just posted up, waiting to see if there's going to get a response from that move before he checks off inside. You can see, though, top right-hand portion of your screen with Connor Kelly with the overwatch from the inside. Connor's going to check off on the D side, though. And Zach not feeling any pressure. So he's just going to get a little glimpse over the top of that brick. It's tall enough to be able to play over there if he wants, or play up over the top if he would like to.
Oh, and Cody Chong getting a little feisty over here, takes one from deep, but also Justin Cornell gets one out of the Dorito 4.
Yes, Swirl City Sea Dogs losing too many bodies, though. They're going to get Salmon pinched out, and Callis as well, too. And that's going to force a concession. So very little mistakes out here for Edmonton Impact in point number 3. They take a pretty sizable lead. They're just I like how Impact's playing. They're fighting to get into the crucial spots. They have multiple options up there. They seem to have a good read on the layout. You were just talking about, hey, you're gonna triple stack that snake side. Let's get that body in the brick. Get up to the 50. Let's just have these different looks on these different options on offense. And they're getting up there, but they're just not making very many mistakes. Yeah, sure, JC got shot, but that's about it. Other than that, this whole game has just been relatively flawless here for Impact. Yeah, and when you have a guy like Chad George that can get into that snake, go up and over, get into the 50 quick, it makes it easy for, the fills to come in behind him, right? The way that you set it up creates the opportunity for your back guys to fill up and get in there, and, they're just doing a really good job of that right now. Billy Renaccia running and gunning in that 50 move, and he makes it clean. That move is there. Everyone's making it right now. They do lose TJ Danner, though. It's not going to help the comeback attempt. And they lose Jackson. So there's no one behind Cortez on the D side. He's on an island. But Renaccia does have a little bit of help with Meter Ninos. And that's going to, so again, even with the 3 bodies left alive, with only 3 minutes left to go, that's a tough call, right? If you're Ryan Brand, you're in a 35. You're in a 3-on-5. You're only chasing a point, but there's only 3 minutes on the clock. So most likely, that other team should not be squandering a 5-on-3 up. They don't have to go anywhere. So it's unfortunate, but that's the intelligent decision there.
Yeah, because if you're X Factor, you're confident that you can score a lot of 30-second points, right?
You could maybe let it go another 20 or 30 seconds, but that is about it.
Yeah.
Hope you beg for a penalty or.
But I mean, Ryan knows too that having those bodies gone, they have to make a mistake, and they've been dug in pretty well. They have all 5 bodies, and you're going to go trade bodies and then try and win even lower situations. That makes it really difficult. Chad George around the corner on into the snake. Big push up the field by JC. JC is going into the Dorito 4. Heavy push on both sides right off the bat by Impact, and there goes JC. He goes into the starfish, but gets clipped trying to pop the top immediately. But looks like the Sea Dogs are going to lose one off the snake side. Chad George.
Connor Kelly filtering over there after the death of Cornell. Tried to take over the attack, but he might have got clipped on a wrap too. No, ref's going to call him clean. But Chad George back at the 50 again. Sea Dog's going to try to match.
Nick Laval filtering over to the Dorito side as well. Chad George posted heads up here in the 50.
Bissonette getting a spin. He's at the wedge, shooting towards the D side to try to catch Connor Kelly. It's a 4-on-4 situation.
Zach Yakimek in the snake corner for Impact. Trying to deal with the body in front of him.
Yeah, Chad George the farthest body up for either squad. Oh, and he gets the free kill on Bissonette. Oh, it's a tough death there for the Sea Dogs. Oh, another kill crossfield.
Chad George wants it right now. He is looking for bodies. Wheeling and dealing. Oh, but gets caught over the top. Yeah.
Gets caught, not before he did his damage.
Yeah, he knows he didn't need to do that too. As he gives himself a little head knock. Zach Yakimek over here. I feel for Chad George though. You know, he's back in here, full strength. You know, seeing blood, wants to go get some. But a little patience in there. He won't make that mistake again. He doesn't need to do all the work by himself.
No, definitely not. And he knows it. That's why he gave himself a little
tappy tap.
A little tap tap on the top of his head.
Yep.
And Impact in this situation, they don't need to finish this one off. Just force the concession. Yeah. Cruise control here for Impact for the most part.
Yep, Impact running away with that one over there. This game, on the other hand, pretty tense on both sides. X Factor don't want to drop this game. Leverage with an opportunity to go 3-1 and punch their Sunday ticket right now.
Yeah,
3-1 lead.
The major emerging story here potentially this year. See how good leverage can be. But if they win this one, like you said, go 3-1, punch their ticket. As we're watching the battle in the snake from that last point. Leverage Baltimore all the way into the snake off the break. They double up the back center, and then here comes the aggressive punch up the middle with Colt Roberts. But they drop the body wide with Bayless taking the early walk off the break. Colt Roberts is alive at their wedge, and I don't think they know he's there. I think Baltimore does. And able to get both those bodies out of the back center here for leverage. There's Colt Roberts. It's a huge moment for Colt.
Yeah, Baltimore definitely needs to make that sure that his teammates know where that body is.
Another concession here, because after the drop of Bayless and when Colt Roberts totally focused on trying to control that snake side with the move from, I believe, Joey.
Yeah.
Joey up on, was it Joey or De Los Santos?
Well, De Los Santos made the move down the Dorito side.
To get the kill on Colt.
Yes.
Yeah. So De Los Santos with the kill. That was the kill. As soon as that De Los Santos got that kill, immediate concession from Ryan Rand.
And twice in a row that Joe Altimore has shot somebody on the break going out Dorito side in 2 huge points for leverage.
Also got to keep in mind here that Impact did drop their game inside Raymond James Stadium during primetime paintball. So, in winning their game yesterday with a pretty big score over the Jungle Cats. They came in today here, Todd, 1-1. But this has been just an outstanding performance against the Sea Dogs. Still 5:22 to go, but we could potentially see a Mercy Rule win if things keep going this way.
And Sea Dogs going to lose their snake guy. Campbell, he gets pulled out. Trying to make a move up the middle, might get stuck there as Chad George now in the 50 snake. He's going to start wrapping around, looking for Sea Dogs. He now comes into the Sea Dog side of the field. More free confirmed kills for Chad George.
I mean, Chad George has got to be getting up there on the confirmed kill count. That's 2. A little 2-pack for him right now.
And here comes the hammer by Dalton Vanderbilt.
Chad wanted that third. They conceded there was still that one body left alive in the back corner bunker. And Chad hears the concession, pops up and sees him alive, and still just kind of one-handed points his gun at him and pretending to shoot him. Like, yeah, I could have got you too. You're lucky. Boys saved you. Here's a replay of Chad George just kill after kill after kill. Let's got to keep this guy going here. It is a cool story because the past couple years on Houston Heat, he's dealing with injuries and wasn't getting nearly as much playing time as he had in the past, and got it together, makes the transition over to Impact, and just looking phenomenal.
I'll get back to Chad George there in a second. Right now, 2:28 on the clock, 4-1. X Factor going to have to start running them off right now. Oh, Joe Altimore with another kill on the break. Gets Cody Bayless again trying to go far on the Dorito side. Joe Altimore's on fire right now. Silos Cortez in Snake 2 looking inside. Colt Roberts quickly fills over to the Dorito 3. Meter Ninos to the Snake corner. Here comes Colt Roberts on the attack. Wrapping around. D4. TJ Danner backing him up. Leverage with all 5 bodies.
It's got to happen quickly here if X Factor wants to actually win this one. Going to have to push the issue. They got Colt Roberts, 50-yard line on the D side. Here on your screen, he's up and on his feet, wants to wrap around and make the move up to the D4 on Leverage's side of the field. Leverage hanging tough, though. There goes Colt Roberts. No one coming off quite yet. There goes the first kill here for Colt. Another kill. Silos Cortez gets to the 50 on the Snake side.
Yep, somebody's going to have to stop Colt Roberts over there because he is attacking, and he is coming. He's on the D3, the D2 of Leverage. Colt Roberts blowing this one wide open here as he just takes the whole D side out for X Factor.
Yeah, Colt Roberts unstoppable on that D side.
And, here's LJ Parrish coming in for Chad George, finally going to get a rest. But, one of my favorite things about Chad George, other just being like, super cool, super nice guy. When you're in the game, it doesn't matter how tense the game is, right? When you're coaching him, he comes back. He's always cool. He's always calm. He's always honest. He's telling you exactly what's going on. Hey, I made it. Hey, there's a lot of paint here. Hey, man, I'm not getting it done. Or, hey, man, this is what I need. This is what I saw. Like, he is just such a good communicator in between points to let you know exactly what's going on to help the coaches make good decisions. Another one of those guys is LJ Parrish, who's in for him right now. Solid player, super fast, great communicator, and just always about business, you know what I mean? Always calm, always just trying to handle things, do things the right way. Guys that always want to get it right more than they want to be right.
It's a great way to say it. And here comes Parrish getting a spin, gets to the 50-yard line, comes through, gets the kill. Ripping another one inside. Parrish going to crawl all the way down. Ooh, minor penalty going to be assessed, and I don't think there's anyone to pull. It's not going to matter. There's no more points to carry over because that's going to be a 6-0 mercy rule.
Yeah, bring in the closers. Bring in the closers.
Well,
put the nail in the coffin.
With Impact dropping a game, it's important that they get this mercy rule because that's one of the tiebreakers now.
Yep.
That's pretty.
If you have a mercy rule.
Yeah. So if you're both sitting at 3-1, so if two teams are at 3-1, I believe the first tiebreaker is how many mercy rules do you have?
Wow. Interesting.
Don't quote me on that, but.
There's a little switchblade right there, number 28 in the Snake. Gonna crawl down, so X Factor able to get one of those points back. Do they have 2 in them in a minute 15? Looks like Leverage is gonna take a timeout. I mean, really, it was shutting down that Dorito side was the big thing, right?
Well, it was the lack of Leverage shutting the D side down in that last one that cost them because they didn't have any guns that way, and Colt made them pay.
Yep. Especially shooting a body off that side on the break.
Yeah.
You got to be able to capitalize on that. But I mean, it sucks running out to that big Dorito, right? Joe ran out to the Dorito 1, got bounced. De Los Santos, I believe it was in the mini wall. He switched and looked inside for a second, and then Colt just ran on him, shot Joe, ran down, shot him. But, I mean, it gets really tight over there. You're not I don't think that it's a great spot to shut down the Dorito side from the back center, when they're way up on the, way far down that side. But, we'll see another Bend don't break moment here for Leverage. You know, can they shoot a guy on the break, give themselves some breathing room? Can they hold the attack from X Factor? Because you know X Factor is going to be coming from all angles.
Yeah.
All angles. Billy Bernaccia's in the game. Watch out for him on the up and over straight to the 50. He's going to go around the corner, looks like.
Oh, death though off the break. Altimore dying, trying to go to the back corner bunker. Caputo makes it clean.
Silos tries to go up and over on the Dorito side, and Joey rips him apart. Another body on the break. Joe Altimore is on fire, but here comes Billy Bernaccia. He is on X Factor's side of the field.
Yeah, he gets the kill on Wozniak. He's going to run and trade out with Caputo. No, he doesn't put a ball on Caputo. Caputo is still alive. Almost shoots Steve, thinking that's an X Factor body. Colt cutting through the middle. Colt Roberts going to pinch out Caputo with 42 seconds left to go. Colt Roberts yet again comes through. Did he get that one at the mini wall? He didn't. Meter Ninos is here with TJ Danner as the last two attackers. And Meter Ninos is going to get through clean. It's the buzzer with 30 seconds left. So X Factor still on the gas pedal here.
Yeah, you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Can Leverage hold on? $30 seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds left to go. There'll be an X ball. They're going to have to, it's like, Leverage already called timeout? Maybe not.
Yeah, let's take a timeout. We're on X ball. Let's go. We're on X ball, TJ. Get ready.
Yeah, they're in X ball, so 2 minutes in between points. It's tough when you're running the same guys over and over again on an attempted comeback and you're in X ball and you only have that 2 minute break. One, it's tough to keep your best guys at 100%. Well, you got a bench though. And then two, you got to come up with that game plan. You already got to have that kind of game plan already ready to go in your head.
Yeah, again, you know, it's the question, do you try and go short and not lose any bodies on the break? You know, or do you try and get up the field to the better positions to either trade or chop down the big lanes, right? Because that's what they're doing. They're running far, trying to get up the field quickly. The farther you get up the field, the better shots you have.
Leverage needs to attack here.
Yeah.
They got to, let's just fight the attack with an attack and have a body as a safety valve, but they need to go after this one as well.
Well, that point took
they go all back
45
bunkers,
seconds.
Yeah, if they go all back bunkers again or all super defensive and then they get trapped in the pocket as guys get outside wide and up, could be a quick point here. Yeah. Another one for X Factor.
Anything you want me to ask you about?
And I think if X Factor pulls this out, they're going to 3-on-3. Right?
Yeah, it goes to us. The new rule this year here in overtime, it's a 3-on-3 overtime. And if we can't get a winner in 3 minutes, then you send out your one-on-one player. But in order to be eligible for the one-on-one, you have to have played in that 3-on-3.
Okay. Answers, you know?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm completely in the way here.
You can walk around.
Ooh. And after this, I need a vape hit.
It's always Colt Roberts in these situations. And I mean, he comes through time and time again.
One of the greatest of all time, Colt Roberts.
Yeah. And Billy Bernaccia.
He was one in the modern era. He was even in the kind of trending out of the foundational era. He was one of those first guys that was that youth explosion that came out of Texas. Where we're like, who is this kid? Got a cool paintball name with the Colt 45, and he's just been at an elite level for 20 years now.
Yeah. That was a big move for him to come through the middle on that last one and shoot Caputo out of the snake. Caputo was looking inside and then decided to pop the top. And so Colt came to the wedge on his side of the field and shot him. That really opened it up there. I don't know if Caputo, if Caputo would have stayed on the inside, he would have had the gunfight Colt, but then might have got ran down in the back by Meter coming down the snake side. But, we've seen Colt now a couple times, come through that middle of the field. I'd expect him to be coming through there again. Yep, he's lined up for it. Billy Bernaccia, he's coming.
Here we go, 30 seconds. Can X Factor do it 3 times in a row as Billy Bernaccia goes to the 50. They send 2 on the D side, and then Colt shooting off the break and then running up the middle. Both bodies alive on the D side here is Silas Cortez and Bayless are going to cut through Colt Roberts. He dies. Colt Roberts, he gets the kill, then he dies. And then Minor Ninos with 10 seconds left to go is still alive. There's a back corner bunker. Cody Bayless comes through. And there's still one body in the back corner bunker. And I think Bayless is going to have enough time with 1 second left to tie this one up if he is clean. Oh, and Leverage, so frustrated. This game's not over yet. They got to stay composed here. But the momentum has drastically shifted here towards X Factor if Bayless is clean. Caputo, though, is trying to say he shot him. I haven't seen the thumbs up from the ref, and it looks like I'm getting a head shake from the ref. Oh, no point here. No point for the big, bold move from Cody Bayless. Looked like it was going to pay off, but...
Wow, that close, Maddie, that close.
Great game, though.
But it just goes to show, too, if you attack, it's there.
All right, so let's check in with our silent reporter, Bree Waltz. Looks like she has Chad George. Bree, how you doing down there?
I'm good, Maddie. Thank you. I'm here with Chad George. You just won the first Mercy of the day. How does it feel?
It feels great. There's going to be one of many for our team this weekend.
Perfect. And we do see that you're reunited with Tyler and Connor on a different team now. What's that like?
It's great to be back with the Impact organization after a 13-year hiatus. Yeah, I love all these guys. We have a strong squad and just happy to be back and, balling out here, playing my hardest.
Perfect. You guys look great out there. I can't wait to see more from you.
Appreciate it.
And thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Back to you, Maddie.
Chad George, just phenomenal yet again after a 13-year hiatus. Indeed, still got it, Chad. All right, so we are going to be right back here. It's going to be Heat taking on Distortion and the Tontons and the Jungle Cats here in our next set in the prelims. So stick with us here on Major League Paintball at the Tampa Bay Open. Maddie Marshall with Todd Martinez. Oh, wait a second. I'm actually getting some information, Todd. We may not be done yet. The refs have left the field, but we might be getting a review. So we're going to cut to a commercial real quick, but we might be coming back here with the conclusion of this match. If the call gets overturned, stick with us.
And now we have custom goggles.
Former world champ San Antonio X Factor entered the Major League Paintball season as a top-ranked team, well overdue for a win. Since their last victory in 2019, they have finished second 7 times. But make no mistake, it would surprise absolutely no one if they took the victory in Tampa, because the lineup is a who's who of the best players ever to come out of the great state of Texas, with Colt Roberts, Matt Jackson, Minor Ninos, Cody Bayless, and TJ Danner. Add in Billy Bernaccia, Tom Guest, and Silas Cortez, and you have an incredibly tough lineup for any team to beat. Archie Montemayor will not be at the first event, but they have more than enough firepower and experience to take the victory. The name has changed slightly, but the player and leadership core of Tauntaun's arsenal still makes them one of the most potent squads in Major League Paintball. The aggressive combo of Hugo Verhege and Axel Godin is one of the most consistent snake duos on any roster. Thomas Fitzma is a smart yet relentless attacker up the middle. Veteran Fabrice Colombo is a master out of the backfield. And the new addition from Arsenal, Benny Carroll, has a fluid style and creative attacks on the D side. Looks like the Tauntons will be running a very small roster in Tampa, but the 5 starters will have another shot to go deep on Sunday.
The DRV features a revolutionary automatic anti-jam, no button to push. The DRV also features an aluminum feed neck for an absolutely positive gun mount. DRVs feature a magnetic, tool-free disassembly. You can field strip the loader in seconds. Each DRV includes a speed feed, rain lid, and charging cable for the lithium-ion battery. They also ship in a zippered case. DRV is currently available in 8 different colorways. Learn more about the DRV at CRBNPaintball.com.
PB Fit heads into the 2026 season with the giant goal: win every event and defend their series title. They broke the mold in a relentless rise by building up local Texas talent and taking only those players who lived close and wanted to train multiple days every week. Their determination has built a versatile roster that excels at both offense and defense, with god-tier gunfighting ability and lethal off-the-break control. Core starter Trenton Mason will not be at the first event, but Colt Lukow is back at 100%. And if teams can't stop Scott Stewart in the Snake and John Chavez on the D side, it will reign supreme yet again. Superstar squad Edmonton Impact will be a threat to win every event they play this year as their roster is full of all-stars. But they are starting the season with injuries to Brandon Cornell, Justin Cornell, and Tyler Panelio. Good news for Impact is that even with the injuries, they still have massive depth in every position, and they should be able to quickly get into the form that saw them win the 4th event in 2025. With the deadly new pickups of LJ Parrish, Chad George, and Connor Kelly, Impact continues to have arguably the deepest roster in Major League Paintball.
Hey, it's BRNT at CRBN, here with our Zero Storm fan. This is a dual exhaust fan that mounts to any Zero goggle. Includes a magnetic visor mount, on-off switch. It's like having AC in your goggles. Check it out at crbnpaintball.com.
Hey, it's Walker with CRBN, here to show you how easy it is to set up your team account through the custom CRBN team site.
So welcome back here in a dramatic turn of events. It will be heading into overtime here. It did look like the Phantom hit, so you can see the replay. So he wasn't hit, and then Bayless picks up a hit as he dives onto the start station. And so the call on the field has been overturned. It was a point for Cody Bayless, an X factor in this potential miracle comeback. And it barely had any time left, so we're going to throw 3 minutes on the clock and go into this 3-on-3, 3-minute overtime point. And if we can't get a win here, you can see he gets that hit on him, rubbing up on the bunker. If we can't get a win here, one of these two teams in the 3-on-3, it will go into 1-on-1s. So, and also if you're joining us on social media, YouTube, please head on over to MajorLeaguePaintballPlus.com. That's MLPB Plus, PLUS.com, and watch the best teams and players in the world. Wrote down here, see who's going to make it on to Sunday. So talking about Sunday appearances potentially here, if Leverage going to be a heartbreaker if they end up going 2-2 and getting knocked out. They still got a chance to make it if they go 2-2, but if they win this one, and that would be absolutely massive here for the mental momentum and the confidence heading into Sunday. Taking down one of the legends in this game. X factor for them, Todd, if they can win this one with this type of comeback, man, they could go on to win this event.
100%. You see a lot of things that happen in that last, couple points there. What's possible, the moves that they can make if you want to win quick points on this field. But Leverage also already been in a overtime point, first match of the event. And they've been able to pull it out there at the end with some magic from Caputo. So, we'll see how this one plays out here right now.
Well, and also got to stay composed if you're Leverage, because they've been getting beat point after point after point during this comeback, and then thought they lost it, and then thought they won it, and then now back to having to play this 3-on-3. They make at least out to start out, 3 bodies alive. No, minor penalty going to be assessed here on Leverage in this overtime point, and that leaves just Chris Caputo. Oh, man, what a very frustrating, heartbreaking turn of events for Leverage. Caputo's going to move up into the 50, though. But X Factor just has to count these bodies and utilize this high body situation. Going to get the kill, so a little anticlimactic at the end with the minor penalty here in overtime on Leverage.
Yeah, Billy Bernacci going to walk it in there. But, man, penalty in overtime in a 3-on-3. It's painful.
Oh, yeah, minor in the back center.
The comeback was the wound. The overtime was the salt.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, poor Leverage. But what a great job for San Antonio X Factor. What an amazing comeback. Okay, well, stick with us here. A lot more paintball to play here today. It's going to be Heat taking on Distortion and Tontons and the Jungle Cats. We'll be right back. Run bracket of death.
Of all the top teams at the first event, Tampa Bay Damage will be the odds-on favorite to win, as they swept through the World Cup last year undefeated.